Happy weekend, everybody. Probably going to take a few seconds to get everything. Do I talk about politics? Generally, no. Like this place, especially our conversation. If it comes up in a video, like in the context of a show or movie we're watching and it's kind of unavoidable, I'll tap into it a little bit. But as far as like our little hangout spaces, that's usually a no, just because I try to keep it a little bit of an escape for everybody. Because there's, you know, it can get pretty heavy if we go down that road. So I try to stay away from that, especially in the Discord or the live streams and stuff like that, depending. Why can't I see anything? There it is. What's up, Ead? Yo, yo, yo. Let's see. I will be here in 28 minutes. When was that? Well, it was about half an hour ago then. Well, I mean, that was on the dime. 28 minutes. It was 3:32. So you better be here, Ead. Answer that one. Your boy Just. Waiting for this extravagant event for all Ola time? Okay. What's up, Emma? How are you doing? What's up, Turboland? How are you? And Biscuit Queen. How's my week been? It's been pretty solid. It's been pretty okay. Catching up on Cobra Kai. Because I was trying to, I had some things I wanted to do this weekend. You know, I actually went out with some friends yesterday and we went swimming and hung out, cook out, stuff like that. You know, hadn't done that in a long time. So I wanted to make sure just to, you know, have some fun with it. And oh my goodness, I just realized that my windshield from my mic has been pulled off, which makes me think the cats came in here while I was asleep and started playing with it. Yep, here it is. So I don't know how the sound was there. Honestly, it'd be a little more clear, but still. All right. Good God. My light was one of my lights was unplugged. That was pulled off. That I'm not surprised about. They've been tearing up my sound panels and shit too. But overall, it's been pretty solid. Yesterday was pretty relaxing. Came back home, went to bed, woke up around 12:55 to record My Adventures of Superman, the finale. And yeah, I don't know, work was pretty chill for the most part this week. Nothing too crazy. I think the biggest hurdle was just getting all of the Cobra Kai episodes edited because I had recorded them like 2.5 weeks ago. So it's kind of my fault as well because I procrastinated so long to work on them. But it is what it is. It happens, man. What's up, Dion? How are you? What's up, Runt Alamour? Slow news day? Huh? Slow news day. I mean, it depends on what kind of news we're talking about. What's up, Rice Cake? How are you? Brain of Jen, welcome as well. And we got D here. How are you? The dog. Good to be back. Welcome back, Russell. How are you doing? Will there be spoilers for My Adventures with Superman Season 2 finale? Let's not go into spoilers if some people haven't seen it. It did, like, come out this morning for most people. Because if you don't watch it on live TV like I do, or have a cable account, because if you have a cable account, you can log into adultswim.com and watch it generally right after it airs, or at least an hour after it airs on the website. And that's not the case for most people. So I'm gonna add a little thing. I will tell you though, I thought it was freaking epic. I loved it. We've got Ront Alamour here with a super chat. Thank you, man. Cobra Kai is the greatest Star Wars show ever made. Agree or disagree? You are not wrong. There is so much, like, Cobra Kai is essentially the dark side, Miyagi-Do is the Jedi, and we know both sides don't really have all of the answers 100% of the time, like, guaranteed. So, like, it's always this push and pull where our heroes, especially our Jedi, are learning about their own hubris along the way. Yeah, there's a lot of, especially in the fight between Robbie and Johnny, when Kreese was trying to turn him. Very Star Wars. Even the music was very Duel of the Fatesy. Yeah, there's a lot of Star Wars parallels all throughout Cobra Kai. Side note, are you hyped for Deadpool? I am. I refuse to watch that last final. I don't really watch final trailers anymore because they've gotten a bit stupid in how much they put in them now. So I just don't watch them at all, and I've heard that this last one basically dumps a lot of really huge surprises, so I have jumped right the hell away from that. I've already seen like one thing, and I've been muting everything else. I've been trying to like stay away from that because I'm gonna go see it the afternoon before my trip to Raleigh this Thursday. So remember, next weekend, no live stream because I will be away for a convention. So any SDCC coverage will have to wait until the Monday of, if I even do it at all. It'll depend on what's announced, what is revealed, and all that kind of stuff, because I'll be at a different convention while that convention is going on. So anything that's announced there will probably be delayed. But I'm going to be in Raleigh, North Carolina for GalaxyCon that weekend, this coming weekend. So if you're in the area, come hang out. But thanks for the content. You rock. Love your positivity. Thank you so much, Rant. Love you, love you, love you. Whew, where were we at? People were hating The Boys for some reason. I feel like I know why. There's probably a multitude of reasons why. I know people, the more they become, like, increasingly aware about Homelander and his side of the story and what that's meant to reflect, have gotten a little... I mean, I don't know how you didn't notice that along the way, how you're not self-aware of it and all this kind of stuff. Like, yeah, there's a lot of that, but I do kind of agree with a lot of people that think that this season was a little, I mean, what's a good word? Like, there wasn't a lot of movement forward. There was a lot of dancing around, you know? There was a lot of, there's more focus on what, I don't know how to put this. Like, I know a lot of people are saying, like, it's putting shock value over plot and character development, and I kind of agree in a sense. I still enjoyed the season a lot. But, like, I do feel like in hindsight, a lot of it maybe didn't flow as well as some of the previous seasons. And on a week-to-week basis, it didn't feel like we were making as much progress here and there, but yeah, I don't know. It is what it is. I can't believe I have to wait until November to see part 2. Yep. They did bump it up 2 weeks. They did bump it up to, it was November 28th, I think, was when it was going to come out, and it's November 15th. Still November, but we're getting it 2 weeks earlier, so who knows. Yeah, the wait's going to suck, because I'm really looking forward to seeing what comes next. I'm finally happy to catch a stream. It's been so long. Has it been? I feel like I've seen you, saw you last time, but maybe I'm blurring things together. Time is a funky little thing right now. Hey Omni, how was your weekend? I literally just watched your Cobra Kai reaction. Hell yeah. It's been good. It's been good. Yesterday was a lot of fun. I, got out our Cobra Kai videos, and it took me, I was working on episodes 4 and 5 for like 10 hours. And I didn't go to sleep until like 10 a.m. To be fair, I took a nap for maybe about 2 or 3 hours and woke up at 10 p.m. the previous night, but I just worked on them straight until then, and I didn't finish until 10 this morning. Took a small 3-4 hour nap, went over for a little cookout and swim, and came back, another nap, and did our Superman. that's kind of been my weekend so far. Friday we went out running errands and grocery shopping and stuff like that, but it's kind of the gist of the weekend right now. How do you edit movies on your channel? Mine got blocked globally. I edited and it still got blocked. You just have to, you just have to edit the shit out of this stuff, man. I combine and restructure some things a lot of the times just to kind of get the point across of what I'm reacting to. So sometimes the audio isn't even synced up with the certain elements that you're actually seeing. I do a lot of little weird little editing tricks, but I do not have any segment that goes 10 seconds, more than 10 seconds, without me cutting ahead, jumping, or cutting away. And I don't leave, I try to stay under, depending on the length of it, I have like a 25% rule. I try not to go over 25% of footage of the film. So if it's like 148 minutes, I try to stay to like, I don't know, what is a, like if if it's a movie that's 148 minutes, like what would that be? I try not to go over, well, 37 is a little excessive. I try not to go over 30, but I, like, for most movies, I stay 20 and under. For most shows, I stay 10 and under, but it just really depends. You gotta really chop them up, man. Hey everyone, what's up, Horse Lover? What's up, Antgar? I got a quick question. What did you think of the new My Adventures of Superman suit, and what did you think it represents? And what do you think Kara's suit is going to look like, and how she could get it? I don't remember. I'll be honest, I don't remember. Did Martha make... Well, no. I mean, this one transformed, obviously. So I'm wondering if, because he's... my question is, because we know it can change at will, based on the user or whatever. And I think that... I did like it. I don't know if I love the pauldrons. I love the pauldrons in all of the other Kryptonian suits that we've seen, where they're pure Kryptonian and all this kind of stuff. And I think what this was meant to represent was like the version of his suit that we've known while he's been here. The Clark that is not connected to his heritage at all. But then once he accepts all of that, comes out of this and is fighting with both sides of himself, I feel like that's meant to represent his acceptance of being a human and being Kryptonian. So he keeps his color scheme, he keeps everything else, but the suit itself adapts to be more traditionally Kryptonian based in this world. So that's what I think it looks like. Both their suits do the same thing by the end of it. So I don't know. I like it, but the pauldrons will take some getting used to, because it is a little much for me. But I do like it. Griffin Santiago Petro will be a good Damian Wayne in James Gunn's new Batman movie. You say will be a good. Do you mean would be a good? Or has this casting been announced? Who's going to your GalaxyCon next weekend or appearing at panels? There's a couple of people that I plan on hitting up already. But, you know, Johnny Lawrence is going to be there. You know, William Zabka, Martin Cove, John Kreese, Jacob Bertrand, and Sholo Moriaduena. So we got Miguel and Hawk. They're going to be there. I'm trying to think like who all I planned on hitting up. John Bernthal, Deborah Ann Wall, Marissa Tomei, Linda Hamilton, Charlie Cox. Though I've already met Charlie, but who knows? I might go by. Matthew Lillard, Skeet Ulrich, Jamie Kennedy, Ron Perlman, Selma Blair, Ernie Hudson, Michael Jai White, Danny Trejo. I forgot he was actually going to be there. James Marsters. I'm looking at the right convention, right? Because I didn't remember him being on the list. Kevin Gunvak, Harvey Gillen. There's a bunch of other people in here as well. I'm just going through what people I think you might know. Paul Sung Lee. So I'm going to definitely hit him up again. And the live action, most of the live action cast of the live action Avatar: The Last Airbender. Brandon Routh, Ellen Wong. That's most of the live action people. The original voices of the Avatar gang from the show, from the cartoon, Sam Witwer, Tara Strong, Josh Keaton for you guys. I know a lot of you guys watch Spectacular Spider-Man. Christina V, Sony Straight. There's a lot of people. But yeah, I've already got my photo op and all that kind of stuff scheduled for the Cobra Kai gang, for the full group cast of the live-action Avatar, and then the Killers from Scream. I got that duo. I can't remember which Daredevil one I got. I think I got him and Punisher, but I'm not sure. But I'm excited. And I'm looking forward to the stands and the art there too, because I love the artist alleys and seeing what kind of stuff people make. What's up, Steve? Hope you had a great weekend. I did. Week has been good. How about yourself? Still gonna wait for Dummy Ashley next episode next season. Hell yeah. Well, we'll see what happened with her after taking that V. Cobra Kai Part 1 has been a crazy ride. Yes, it has been. Howdy, howdy, Thomas. Hello there. It's Morbin time. How are you, Sketch? Let's see. MLB fan, welcome. Not been here for a long time. How you been? I've been good. It's been a wild ride. That's for sure. Have I watched Twisters? Not yet. I've been shocked at how good the reception's been for this movie, and I really want to see it. I thought the first trailer was awesome. Like, the first trailer actually gave me some chills. So, like, I do want to see it. I just don't know if I'm going to have time before my trip. I'm going to try, because I really want to see it. And I really want to see this Longlegs movie everybody's been talking about. I want to see those. But I definitely want to see Twisters, because I love the original film. I love it to death. I've seen it so many times. So there's been this theory floating around that Kreese actually killed Tori's mom. What do you think? I was one of the first people to say that. Technically, I was one of the first people to say that, because I said it in my reaction, and I watched it 2 weeks before any of you fuckers saw the episode. So I just came up with it first. I mean, that was my first thought. Like, if you're watching my reaction, that's the first thing I thought. I thought he broke into the house and killed her. Because, like, this is just after he's talking about ripping out his heart and being heartless. And I'm like, the Kreese before maybe would not have done something like this, but the Kreese now, who knows? Everything's off the table if he's metaphorically removing his compassion at all. Because I think he's just, I would put it past him to do whatever he needs to do to get Tori on the team. And maybe he did. Maybe he did. I don't know. But wouldn't that be absolutely fucked if that ends up being true? I was in the hospital for about a month and recovering at home, and thankfully I have plenty of awesome Omni content to occupy my time. I'm sorry to hear about the hospital time. You know, I hope you're feeling better. I don't want to pry or anything, but like, a month? Goodness. I'm just glad you're alright by this point. So I'm glad you're here. Indulge, relax, take care of yourself, for sure. Gen V Season 2 comes out next year, hopefully, and The Boys Season 5 is coming out in 2026. See, I was wondering about that timeline, because they're already starting filming of, they're already scheduling filming for Season 5, and with the bumps in the road that Season 2 of Gen V hit, I wasn't sure if they were still going to keep that alignment or not. What's up, Francisco? Do you feel they should have released the Cobra Kai episodes weekly, even though they still do it in 3 parts instead of dropping all 5 at once and once a week? Yeah, kinda, because, I mean, if it's a full season, I think I don't like Netflix's release plans regardless of how they do things. I hate the dump that they do. I feel like maybe there's a compromise in there somewhere, but since this is just 5 episodes, yeah, it does feel like a weird little pump and dump that, you know, we're going to talk about it for a week and then it's just going to be gone again until November. I don't think the conversation's going to last that long, which is one of the main reasons why I made sure to get all my videos out promptly, because I feel like after this week, people probably are going to stop talking about it. But we'll see. I do think there should have been, like, especially with this, either have waited for all the episodes to be ready, dump them all, or, you know, do kind of like a hybridization thing, because these are kind of these little pocket stories, so they could have maybe done something like with Arcane and did 5 one weekend, 5 the next weekend, 5 the next weekend, even though that would have destroyed me. I don't know. I feel like there's somewhere in there they could have maybe, I don't know. Netflix is dumb in a lot of ways in the way they do things. Favorite episode of part 1 of Cobra Kai? Probably episode 3 or 5. Because the Tori stuff in episode 5 is pretty bananas. But I love episode 3 with all the Quan stuff as well. And the paralleling of what's going on at home and then there. And also that's, as I learned now, I didn't realize in the moment was actually directed by Ralph Macchio. And I thought he did a really damn good job on it. The boys finale was crazy. What do you think Ashley's powers would be? I have no idea. Part of me thinks it might be something hair related. Maybe she becomes like Sindel. Gets a full head of hair, but it's like she can like make it do shit. Episode 5 of Cobra Kai was very emotional. I've been there. Daniel, I think, did the right thing stopping that fight. She could have really hurt Sam. See, this is a thing. Like, I think, yes, I 100% think that Daniel should have stopped that fight and not let her fight Sam. I agree with Johnny in that maybe having an outlet to release that pain would be great, but maybe fight Johnny, maybe fight Daniel, somebody who you're not going to be redirecting that on, that you're meant to be a peer of. Like, they can handle it. They're adults. They're the senseis. Have her give it all and just let it all out and spar with one of them, or Chosen, or, well, Chosen's gone, but like one of them. Like, they should have taken that over. If she really wanted to throw down and let that out, just be like, hey, I understand. Give me all you got. Give me everything you have. Like, I think as a sensei, especially for Johnny, I think that could have been what he offered to bring to the table there. Putting that on Sam was not the right move, and I don't agree with Johnny wanting to let her take that out on Sam. I mean, that was bullshit. So I think both were a little right and a little wrong. But in this rare situation, I think Daniel was more right. Miguel has too much attachment to captainship. That's why he struggles. He's struggling for a lot of reasons, because somebody in the comments made a really good point that Sam, Dimitri, Hawk, Devin, and Kenny are all wanting to be in the team for the right reasons. They just want to prove that they deserve to be there. They want to test themselves and their abilities. Meanwhile, Tori, Miguel, and Robbie are using this tournament for their futures. Like, they're thinking that this will be like, okay, this will set us in stone and help us out to fix all of our problems with where we're going after high school. It's not really the most altruistic of motivations. But like we talked about, or I talked about in my breakdown, is that Miguel is kind of looking at this in a very selfish kind of way. In a way, because he wants to be like, hey, I need these sponsorships, I want this attention, I want this blah, 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 you know, get this credit for being the best in the world so that I can go to my dream school and not just any other college. Meanwhile, Tori and Robbie have absolutely no hope of getting into a college at all. Like, this could be their one shot at something more than what life would normally allot them. And Miguel's trying to, like, I don't know, I feel like there's an imbalance in this that Miguel's not seeing, because he's just, the whole season he's been trapped trying to figure out where he's going to go and how his decision is going to affect his family because of how financially strained they are right now, with the kid coming in the way and their apartment falling apart. You know, he's stressing over everything outside of the here and the now, and I think it's kind of tainting his goals a little bit. But that's me. Can't wait if Eobard Vaughn returns to Cobra Kai. Even Patton Oswalt didn't see it coming. Well, this isn't a spoiler alert for My Adventures of Superman. I think it's possible for Kara and Jimmy to be in a relationship in future seasons. I think that's wholly what they're setting up. So, like, yeah. I mean, they have been a canon couple before in the comics, so I think they're going to go that route, all things considered. Have you decided if you're going to cover Kite Man? Hell yeah. I think it premiered this Thursday. Oh yeah, it did, didn't it? And nobody said a damn thing about it. I completely forgot it came out. It was on the 18th. I had it written down because I wasn't sure if I was going to cover it or not. I'll be honest, and I think I said this before. I'm not excited for it at all. Like, I don't know if this is like a show to watch on the channel or not, and maybe I should just watch it in my own time and give it a go, because I don't know if it's going to be worth the effort to edit, to record, and put 3 hours per episode into 3 to 4 hours into each episode, because they're relatively short, 22 minutes-ish. So, like, it's not that terrible, but it is a lot of wasted effort, you know? I don't know. It's just, I don't know. And I just feel like it's, we'll see. Well, I mean, probably not is the real answer, especially considering everything else that's been going on this week. There's been some higher priorities. Maybe afterwards, because we did have 3, with Cobra Kai included, 4 shows end this week on our current schedule. It could open up for us to cover it in the lull when I get back. But then again, when I get back, there's the new Batman show on the 1st, which I want to cover. And then the next week is the last season of Umbrella Academy. So we're not lacking for content. I don't know. It sucks. It's Kite Man, so I don't know. I got an official clip from season 2 of Arcane. Been debating on watching it. Probably for the best if I don't, but I'm tempted. I don't know. If it's like a clip, an excerpt from the episode, I'm not gonna watch it. I don't watch those for anything that movies, shows, whatever, because I'll see the clip when I see the episode. If it's a trailer, it's cut together, there's different music, it's whatever, it's placed and edited, I'll check some things out. But I've stopped watching clips at this point just to savor the reaction. I feel like that Quan is going to become a problem for Robbie and Miguel. Oh yeah. Oh yeah. Yes, he will. Yeah, there wasn't a big fight this season finale. They just ripped open Newman. Yeah, that's the thing, like I was talking about in my review, is like it felt like we were constantly building and we got no release in it. Because I don't feel like, for me, the Newman thing wasn't a release. It's just part of the escalation. Like, it was like we were just escalating all season. And there was never a climax. I'm not ashamed to admit that I cried in episode 5 of Cobra Kai. Peyton's acting felt so real when she says, because my mother died. I felt that. Yeah, me too. 100%. I didn't hit the tear wall, but I was right there, man. I was just, ooh, it was, her acting was, she was the highlight of that whole episode. Like, stand out. Hell yeah. Boys Season 4 felt like a big trailer for the final season, not a season of its own. That is a really good description, Russell. Love that. That's a great way to explain that, actually. I like that. Good news, Omni, Gen V has started filming. Hell yeah. You ever feel like some episodes of Cobra Kai are giving Disney Channel or Nickelodeon sitcom vibes? Just a little nitpick, on my opinion. I don't feel like it's any different than it's always been. Like, it's always felt like a sitcom. It's always had these little vibes that's I mean, people call it a karate soap opera for a reason. Because it just is. Like, as far as Disney Channel, no. I would never equate it to any one of those shows, or, hell, even some of the stuff on Nickelodeon by any stretch. But that's me. I didn't expect nothing huge in The Boys Season 4. Well, then you probably weren't disappointed. What's up, Baron Brendan? Just finished your latest One Piece reaction. Man, Luffy is a great main character. I forgot his authority as captain got questioned by Vivi. Also, hi, how's everyone doing tonight? Doing well. And yeah, I like that a little bit. One Piece, like with the anime so far, hasn't been too strong on like the character growth aspect of a lot of these characters. Like, they're pretty much still exactly who they were when we encountered them, barring maybe Nami. I think definitely barring Nami. I think she's the only one that's really had like a huge shift between when we met her to now. But yeah, with that getting brought up, because in the live action, they did that in the Mihawk episode with the Fallout, in the episode after, episode 6, when they're like, you could have prevented this. Like, as a captain, our lives are in your hands, like, and all this kind of stuff. Like, and it kind of did that there, and I felt like he actually learned something in that. With this, I'm very curious to see if this sticks and how he acts moving forward from this point. And that wasn't just like an in-the-moment little thing. Also, Cobra Kai, Dimitri being a dick to Hawk, he can change his mind about what college he wants to go to. Yes. I understand it. Like, their plan was to go together, and going alone to a college can be very scary. Like, if you're the only ones going off across the country alone to a college, and the plan was to go with somebody, and then they bail, I would feel a little hurt as well, because now I'm going to be on my own, potentially. Hawk hasn't said yes or no. He's playing with the idea that it might not be what he wants, which is fair, which is valid. A lot of things have changed. We talked about it. But yeah, I understand where Dimitri's coming from, and the fact that he didn't talk to him about it is the thing that's really kicking him. And understandably, Hawk is avoiding that conversation because it's a difficult conversation to bring up, especially how excited Dimitri is about all of it. You know, as a friend, you don't necessarily want to take the wind out of their sails, but it's just one of those rough situations that everybody gets themselves into in the show, and I get it. I do think that Dimitri takes it a little too far, though. Saw Twisters yesterday. It was awesome. Hell yeah. The Sound of the Seagull by Omni. Wait, what happened? What happened? So I can't be the only one that doesn't understand the complaints of Kreese being able to cross the borders while being wanted. Not the first time the show did stuff like that. I mean, we haven't really seen anything like that I've seen previously in the show. I mean, there's the possibility that it's been posited that Kreese has connections through the military or unsavory connections that might be able to smuggle him in and out of the country. But that's never been established either, though. Like, that's an assumption we are making. So, like, yeah, as far as, like, coming and going, that's one thing. Like, people have passports. Nobody has been a wanted person coming and going and leaving from these countries before until now. Like, he's an escaped convict with a manhunt in play. So, like, I would like to have had him at least just say, you know, I have some contacts from the military or something that got help and smuggled me out or whatever. Like, him having, like, underworld ties don't make any sense, but if he had military connections that helped him out, would. I do think there is a little bit of a logical issue there for me. I saw Twisters yesterday. It was so good. Loved it. Excited to see Twisters in a few days. Man, everybody's like hyping this shit up. Still no Doctor Who or Helluva Boss uploads. That is what you meant, right, DW? I mean, I don't know. I can't think of any other DW right now. I mean, there won't be for a minute. My luck, too, because there's a panel and a release of new Has-Been Hotel stuff happening during SDCC with their Hot Topic collaboration. That makes me think that Comic-Con, because they're probably going to get a preview there, and it's probably going to be over the weekend when I can't watch it, that the new short is going to come out, because that's what they did at Level Up Expo when I was there. Aired the short there for the audience there to see it first, and then a couple hours later they put it up on the YouTube channel. So that's probably going to happen next weekend, and I'm probably going to have to wait to watch the new short, because one's supposed to come out this month whenever I get back. There's a Starman waiting in the sky. He's like to come out and try a special. He thinks he don't deserve it. I think we should stay off social media until this Thursday. Oh yeah. Definitely not a bad strategy. As someone who grew up with the intense interest in tornadoes and wanted to be a meteorologist and loved the movie Twister despite its inaccuracies, I really kind of worried to see the new Twisters. Yeah, I'm curious about that too. I was fascinated with Twister. Like, I was very flip-floppy on the things I wanted to do as a kid. When I saw Twisters, man, I was like, dude, I want to chase tornadoes. That was what I wanted to do for a whole on phase. Man, yeah, so I don't know. Am I going to watch Twisters in the cinema or reaction? If I can go to a theater, I would rather see it in a theater. So yeah, I do want to see it in theaters. It definitely feels like a theater movie to me. Is it really worth it? The trailers seemed a bit lame. For Twisters, I guess, I assume. I like the first trailer, but yeah, I don't know. Everybody, like, it's got an A cinema score, which is insane. That's mind-blowing to me. All the reviews have been highly favorable. I've heard like a couple of lukewarm reviews, but no bad reviews. Like, I'm honestly surprised at how much positive attention this movie's getting, because I didn't expect that at all. I've noticed that in My Adventures of Superman, the new suit looks similar to the new DCU Superman suit. In colors, yes. Logo, kinda. Overall design, not as much. But yeah, there's definitely some parallels for sure. What I want to know is, because it's been so fudged, is it a sequel or is it a complete reboot? Did the original movie happen or no in this timeline? Because I've heard some people say it's just all on its own, has nothing, like it's a whole rebooted new remake kind of territory, or that it's like a requel. I don't know. I'm fine if you tell me that. I want to know, because I've heard so many different answers leading up to the release of this movie, and even after it came out, I still have not seen a clear-cut answer. What to do, Omni? What's up, Felix? Worth it. Agreed. How do you decide which series to watch? Personal interest is a huge key factor. And how well, is it going to be something I need to cover for the channel are two things I kind of weigh on. Do I care? Am I in the mood for it? And is it going to, do I think it's something I need to be jumping on? Like sometimes I'll take a swing just based on word of mouth, like Squid Game. That paid off. I had no like external interest in that or internal interest in it until I saw the way people were talking about it, like really hyping it up like it's this big cultural thing. And yeah, it did not lead me astray. Then you might have something like Dead Boy Detectives, where I don't know if it's going to get another season or it's going to be a one and done, because it looks like one of those shows, let's be real, that Netflix is just going to immediately cancel. While it's connected to a universe that I appreciate and love, the word of mouth, the hype of it wasn't all that strong, and those are like 40-some minute, 50-minute episodes, so like that's time, that's effort, and if people aren't going to watch it, that's a lot of my time that I'm not going to get back, especially these days. So like, yeah, those are a lot of the things I think about when I'm trying to figure out what show I'm going to watch. And then you have stuff like Agents of S.H.I.E.L.D. and The Bear that don't get like big numbers, but like the patrons voted for those shows and technically pay for those shows, so those keep on going regardless of the interest. Now, if my interest wanes from those shows, if I'm no longer enjoying them, I do reserve the right to cut and run, but I've not stopped a series yet. If you were the main character of a show or movie, what banger song would you choose as your theme? I don't know. That's an interesting question, though. Oh, why am I blanking on the name of it? Where is it? It's a Bare Naked Ladies song. What was it? No. Do I not have it under them on here? No, I'm dumb. I don't know why I thought Bare Naked Ladies. It's Offspring. Not even remotely the same. Can't Repeat. Probably. One Week, also, amazing song. Know every word to that one. But no. It was Offspring. I had a huge brain fart. But yeah, it'd probably be Can't Repeat from Offspring. That's what I was writing a comic back in high school, and if it ever got animated in my head, that's what I wanted the intro to be. Was that it? Like in my head, that was the intro. What's up, Christian? I have the hots for Sholo. He's a handsome little man, dude. Can't blame you there. Well, I have the hots for Samantori. Of course you do, Dion. Oh my god. I'm going to New Jersey Comic-Con and seeing Anthony Starr, aka Homelander. I'm so excited. That's awesome, man. Like 2 weeks after this convention is our local Comic-Con, which has, I mean, not a lot of huge names because it's still super small by comparison, but Brandon Rogers is going to be there, Bryce Pinkham's going to be there, Erica Lindbeck's going to be there, James Marster's going to be there. Those are the big ones that I'm interested in. I can't remember if there was anybody else that's been announced yet. That I want to... Oh, duh. The very first announcement was Ray Park, the original Darth Maul. He was like the first announcement. So yeah, definitely, those are the ones I'm looking forward to there. But yeah, I'm excited. I'm excited, man. Please put up photos when you meet anyone. Always do. I always do. Quan's fight scene was incredible, by the way. Actually interested to see him fight against one of the Miyagi-Dos. Seems like he does his own stunts, so it might be hard to make it believable. Well, I mean, all of the Miyagi-Dos do their own stunts for the most part. If Tanner, Jacob, and Sholo, as far as I have seen, especially this season, have been doing all of their own fights. Even last season, they had done most of their own fights. I don't know if... I know, oh, I don't remember. Mary Mauser has a stunt double, and she switches out with her every now and then. But same with Tori. But for the most part, most of the guys are doing all their own stunts. For not all. I'm not going to say that they do all of their stunts. I'm sure there's some that they swap out for. But for the most part, they're the ones throwing hands. So I'm excited to see them throw some hands. I like this last Miguel and Robbie fight because outside of 2 moves in the fight, looked like an actual real sparring match, like a real competition fight. The way they were faking and fading, there was a lot of it that, like, those, when they were trying to decide the captain, where there's a lot of moments in that where I feel like I'm just watching an actual competition here. So yeah, we'll see. They pulled off some sick shit, though. Do you think the boys will end like how it does in the comics? Butcher taking out all Soups and all of the boys? No idea, dude. The show is so much different than the comics at this point. Like, it barely resembles it. Like, there's a couple of beats here and there, but I think for the most part, who knows? I wholly expect it to be completely different than what happens in the comics. So I would expect something new, because I feel like the show is trying to distinguish itself in a lot of ways from the comic. It's just become kind of its own thing. So I doubt it. I doubt it'll be in the same way, in a way that everybody's expecting, at least. Don't get why everyone has tried fat shaming Mary Mauser. Yeah, I've been seeing that shit too, and they did it even before, like last season, and it's just gotten worse, and it's just ridiculous, man. People are fucking hateful. Twister's trailer kind of looked lame, but I'm seeing a lot of positive responses to it. Yep. So I'm going to date myself, however, saw trailer for the new Time Bandit show. Wish it was not on Apple TV, but it looked interesting. Lisa Kudrow, good casting. I don't know, I'm not familiar with Time Bandits. Is that like an old IP? I don't remember that, if it is. But love Lisa. She's amazing. Just a theory, what if Terry Silver killed Tori's mom? I mean, hell, we don't know that. That's a good point. We don't know that Terry didn't do this from prison. I do, even though he wasn't in this part, I do wholly expect for him to show back up. In what way, shape, or form, no idea. But I definitely think he's going to come back into this. I was planning on seeing Longlegs, but the reviews wasn't nearly as good as Twisters, and I watched the first one on Friday to know the story, and then watched the sequel the next day. Hell yeah! I've heard a lot of interesting things about Longlegs, but also nothing at all, which is one of the reasons why I'm very curious. What's up, Ghostblade? The 5th episode of Cobra Kai broke me too, so you weren't alone. Also loving your One Piece reactions. Your enjoyment of Little Garden made me smile. I have no idea how they're going to do all that in live action, man. But we'll see. Hopefully they don't they allocate the proper funds to make all that look good. What do you think about Halo being canceled at Paramount? I feel like it's not surprising at all. There was no mention of season 3, so I thought, I mean, for me, I was basically just counting down the minutes until they finally announced that they were pulling the plug on it. Not surprised at all. Fuck that show. Like, even though season 2 definitely did get better, I still have so many hangups. Like, I give my reactions and my reviews, try to be as unbiased and fair as possible. But as a fan of Halo, I still loathe 95% of the decisions that they've made in that show. And I know that they're still, the studio behind it is still trying to see if another streamer will pick it up and continue it for season 3. And I'm just like, if somebody picks up that piece of shit, they should just, they could keep the same cast, I don't care. As long as they just burn it all to the ground and start over. Because I just think you're just picking up a dumpster fire if you just want to pick up where it left off. What's up, Pink Sun? How are you? I was so disappointed in Devin for doing that to Kenny's water. I was actually rooting for her, liked her character since she came in. See, when I first saw that scene, I don't even know why this happened. You know, because we know Kenny, especially with his Cobra Kai isms at this point, he kind of fucks with people a little bit right now, especially Anthony. So we had that scene with Anthony when he learned about Mitch's water bottle having laxatives in it. So what I thought was going to happen in that scene was that I thought he took Mitch's water bottle, you know. I don't know why. Like, I remember this in my head, and I looked back, and it never happened. And I don't know how that happened. I remember thinking I saw him swipe up Mitch's water bottle and just start pouring it into his mouth before getting ready for the competition at the end. So I thought the reveal was going to be that, you know, Anthony didn't warn him, or Anthony knew, or maybe even handed it to him or something, and that was going to be the reveal or something like that. Because, like, it was the scene before, the revelation happened with Anthony. So, like, I don't know. I don't know. How did Devin find out? I'm not remembering. It's been like a while since I've seen these episodes in full. So, like, I don't remember when, like, did she even know about Mitch's laxatives? Anyway, I don't know. But, like, yeah, I thought Anthony was going to be the one that sabotaged Kenny. But then it was revealed to be Devin. And, yeah. But hey, just before that, Johnny said, give it all you got and do whatever you got to do to win. And then when she was fighting earlier in that episode and she was getting those flashbacks, it was like, Cobra Kai is prepared to use any dirty moves in the trick, so be ready for anything. And she was like, just like when whatever slung sand in their eyes in that movie or whatever, you know, when she was talking about, you know, literally cheating. And she was like, yeah, it just, and then you had the flashback to Kim and then her, like, it was gearing up for her to do something shady. And she did. And yeah, I don't know. It just sucks. It sucks. I'm so disappointed. Not surprised about the Halo show being canceled after 2 seasons. I'd be surprised if it finds another streaming platform. Likewise. Have you pre-ordered any Deadpool or Dogpool pops? No. No, I have not. I'm excited for Superman and Lois Season 4. Of course, 100%, super excited. That show is one of the best superhero shows in the world in a long time. Bestly, I mean, I think it might even be, maybe not my favorite, but one of the best DC shows ever made. Love it. So I can't wait to see what they do with it and how they send it off. As far as pre-ordering pops, I did want to go back to that. I did see that they announced a new line of Funko Pops based around the Scott Pilgrim anime. So I will definitely be picking up that collection because I definitely need some Scott Pilgrim pops. Because the movie ones are stupid expensive to try to buy secondhand at this point. Why Amanda and Miguel's mom's kinda... Dude, Amanda is fucking fine, and Carmen is fucking fine. Like, yeah, man. Do not blame Johnny for falling like he did. What's up, Pietro? First time commenting here. I watch your videos since Has-Been Hotel Reactions. Do you have any plan to do anime reactions? If yes, how can I do, what can I do to recommend anime to you? Discord's always a place you can dump suggestions, and stuff like that. As far as like anime, I'm still very sketchy about it. The only proper anime that I've covered on the channel is Attack on Titan, One Piece, which we are in the middle of right now, and I'm blanking. Bleach, 1,000 Year Blood War, because before I even had the channel, I had watched all of Bleach. So when they announced the continuation, I dove right into that. But outside of that, there's a lot of anime that I want to watch. I just got to find the time to make a slot for it. But I'm open-minded. Like some that I do want to check out because of the hype around them is My Hero. One of these days, Jujutsu Kaisen. I want to check out Demon Slayer. I want to eventually check out. Those are kind of the main 3 that I've had in the back of my mind for a while. But yeah, always open to anything because I don't keep my ear to the ground as much as I used to. What's up, Alfie? With the release schedules, I don't know. It's been better either 1 episode a week or dumping all of them same day. How about 1 per 3 days? Something along those lines. That would have been way more manageable. That would have been fun. That would have been fine. Just watched a fan project called Project Shadow. It's a fan project about Shadow and Sonic movie universe. I enjoyed it. Recommend you check it out. Maybe I will when I have some time. I do also really hate streaming services dropping all episodes at once, like Amazon is doing with Batman the Caped Crusader. I really wish that was weekly. Yeah, because they don't really do that often either, so it feels weird that they've started kind of falling into that little pit trap with some of these shows, like here and there. Like, I don't like that, but yeah, I don't know. We'll see. Weekly episodes for this Cobra Kai season could have worked. Would have made the wait feel less long for the next few episodes. Does every show need to be weekly? I don't think every show needs to be weekly, but I feel like if you want your conversation to last more than a week, you need to spread things out. There is the outlier. Stranger Things is a huge outlier. Like, that's one of those shows that we were talking about season 4 for like 2 months after it released and stuff like that. Like, there are shows that are the exception to the rule, but for the most part, with a lot of these shows that get dumped all at once, you talk about it for a week, maybe 2, and then the conversation just disappears. What's up, Derpy? Started watching your Helluva Boss videos, and this is my first live stream of yours. Well, welcome. Hope you're enjoying the Helluva Boss reactions. Cannot wait for this month's short, so we will be jumping onto that. I'm thinking about doing another giveaway, just like we did for the Demon Alistair cards. Because, you know, the new promo cards came out, the Chaggy cards, so I got some more of those on hand as well in case we were going to go that route. So I'm going to maybe try to give some of those away. I don't know if I want to wait for like the episodes proper to come out or to do that with one of the shorts. So we'll see. Is it me or is Eamon the coolest looking House of the Dragon? Dude, Eamon is the best House of the Dragon. Oh my god, Ginger. Yes, I love you. That's awesome. I also like to call him Evil Legolas. Dude, I was talking to Jay and Adam. I haven't watched their House of the Dragon videos. Ashamed, I know. But like, they call him Walegolas. Like, instead of Waluigi or Wario, he's Walegolas. And that kills me. Because he is like, he kinda is. Because I was talking to him too, because we were doing a little live stream or whatever, and I was like, he's even like the opposite. Because like Legolas, you know, he's all about the bow, he's all about precision, elegance, and all this kind of stuff, you know? Being precise at aiming. Meanwhile, Walegolas is all about just this giant, hulking nuke dragon that he rides around on. You know, it's like the complete opposite. I love it. Since I heard that, I can't get it out of my head. But you're not wrong. He's got the sickest character design out of everybody. I'm in the 500s of One Piece, so watching your reactions from the beginning, it's like I get to do a rewatch along with a newer perspective of the show. Well, hell yeah, I'm glad you're enjoying it. And even you're still not towards the end yet. Got a long road ahead of us both. If you were a character in the Helluverse universe, what animal would you want to become? Can you become like a dog or a wolf or anything like that? Because hellhounds are a thing and they're not mortal souls, but I don't recall seeing any sinners that are dog themed or wolf or canine themed, and I'm wondering if they can be. A lot of them are, outside of, a lot of them are insects, barring a couple here and there. Alistair's a deer. Huska's a cat. Angel's a spider. Valentino's a moth. Like, there's a lot of bugs. Cherry Bomb, no idea what the hell she is. So I don't know. I don't know if there's, like, stipulations. Like, there's not really any, like, hard rules. But I would love to be maybe, like, a wolf or a raven. But, yeah, those would be what I would like to be. Classic Eobard Thawne killing Story's mom. Of course, it was Eobard all along. Eobard Thawne reverse flash killed Tori's mom. Prefer it like that. And it wasn't like the Knuckles. They could say, what happened? I'm just glad Penis Breath got a new name. Me too. What's up, Luis? Finally had the day off to come by and watch your stream. It's been a long time since I was here. Well, welcome back, buddy. Hope you've been taking care of yourself through all the rabble. Been watching the House of the Train. God damn it! House of the Train Your Dragon? How did I do that? House of the Dragon cast interviews with Tom Glenn Carney, who plays Aegon, is so charismatic. I missed his presence in episode 5. We'll see. I haven't seen a lot of the kids in these interviews. Like, I've seen a lot of Olivia Cook, and I've seen a lot of what's their name? Oh, fuck. Plays Rhaenyra. What's their name? I don't know. I've seen a lot of stuff with the main gals in there, with Rhaenyra and Alicent. And they're so much fun to watch talk about the show. And Reese Ifans, right? Is that his name? That plays Otto? Emma Darcy, thank you. I was like, God, this is on the tip of my tongue, but I can't remember it. I don't remember half their names at this point. If they're not Matt Smith, I don't remember. I barely keep their names in my brain. But yeah, I've seen all of them talk about it, but I really haven't seen a lot of the kids speak in interviews. Is that You Will Be Okay in the background? It is. I remember grieving when I lost my mom. I got angry and I took it out on myself, and I still end up hurting peeps around me, just not physically. Sorry for the emotional overshare. Don't be sorry at all. It's unfortunately relevant to what we've been talking about and what's going on in some of the shows that we're talking about. I mean, I talk about, again, where my mom survived her cancer bout. My best friend, who was almost just as much of a mother to me growing up, did not. So, like, there's a lot of topics that have been coming up a lot that do touch upon a lot of those feelings, too. So, like, it happens. Sometimes it's unavoidable. So, don't apologize. But I'm sorry you had to go through that. It's never easy. My Adventures of Superman Season 3 is already in production. Crazy it's already in production when the finale just came out this morning, but it'll probably come out next year, which I'm sad about. Yeah, well, Seasons 1 and 2 were basically made back-to-back. They were produced back-to-back. And Season 3 was written, but didn't have a green light yet. So, yeah. So, like, it makes sense it's going to take a little bit longer than Season 2 did to come out. Forgot about Umbrella Academy that comes out on August 8th. Batman Caped Crusader comes out on August 1st. And then I think on the 29th, I think that new Terminator show comes out, and I don't know if I'm going to watch that or not. I wonder what Alice's goals are in House of the Dragon. What do you think are her goals? I don't know if she's got goals or she's just here to not torment, but like be this guide for Damon in a way. Hell, or even maybe this arbiter. I don't know. This harbinger more than anything. Like this angel stepping in trying to check his worst impulses. I don't know who or what her role is meant to be. I don't know what she's meant to do. Hope Chosen joins it again in part 2. Likewise. Not ready for Umbrella Academy to end. Me either, man. Could have gotten a Blue Beetle or an Eobard show, sadly. I'm on season 2 of my rewatch of Umbrella Academy, which I think is my favorite season out of the 3. I think season 2 might be my favorite as well. Stranger Things season 5 comes out next year, no surprise there. Ever watched Yuri on Ice? I have not. Love the actors they cast for Master Kim students, especially when Quan hit the cheat 720 spin kick on that kickboard, and then a front flip axe kick later on in the episode, Chef's Kiss. Yeah, all that stuff was so good. So what are your hopes with Helluva Boss? Any I'm not sure what that last word's meant to be. Any hate? Hope? Oh, you retyped it here. Any hopes for Helluva Boss? Character growth? Okay, here we go. Round 2. What are your hopes for Helluva Boss? Character growth, background on characters, relationships, and all. Hot takes or personal theories as well. As far as Helluva Boss goes, obviously, all of this is set up for Blitz to have this internal reflection and growth. You know, talking about the consequences that fall out of his actions, and he's going to have to face his past, as he's been doing gradually over the season, especially with Fizz, with everything else. He's facing his demons. You know, the way his actions and his coping mechanisms affect the people around him. So there's going to be some internal reflection, and I think he's starting that journey. He started that journey a long time ago, but he's continuing that journey. I think this fallout with Stolas is going to light a fire under him to push further. Stolas has not had his moment of self-reflection yet, so I'm really still hanging on to that. I don't know how that's going to shape up or how that's going to show up. Obviously, we still have that shot of Blitz coming to save the day, standing between him and whoever, probably Androlphus with his knife held out and Stolas cowering, protecting his man. So, like, I think there's still hope for these two, but I want and I need Stolas to understand how he's affected this relationship, because he seems to completely ignorant still of the part he played in all of this. So I'm really looking forward to that. Personal theories, I think that the Sinsmas, this gathering that Stolas is being summoned to, is going to be like this, what do you want to call it, hearing or intervention from the Goetia and the Sins for the actions of Stolas and Ozzy. I don't think it's just going to be related to Stolas. Because Mammon said, you know, you're going to regret letting this out when he talked to Oz about letting out the secret about him and Fizz. So I think Stolas, there's going to be a cabal of people trying to take down Stolas and Ozzy and punish them in this situation. I think I'm a little scared. A little scared. I know what Devin did to Kenny was wrong, but can't really stay mad at her. Yeah, you can. Yeah, you can. Yeah, you can. If done by the right writer and director, do you think a live-action Spider-Man series could work? And how many seasons do you think there could be? And what would each season be about? That's way too much speculation with way too many variables. As far as a writer and director of a series, not exactly how that works. Series don't usually have a single writer or a single director. Most of the time, the person show running doesn't direct any of the episodes. So there's a lot of... I'm going to boil this down. Could a Spider-Man show work? Yes. As far as who could do it, who knows? You know, John Watts, I think he did a great job with the Tom Holland movies. Obviously, he had to play within the bounds of the Marvel Universe and how they had set up that character, but I think tonally he got it right. And I think a series like that could work really, really well. When are you going to see Twisters? Or are you going to wait until it's on streaming? I need your review, man. I don't know. I'm going to try to see it before I go on my trip, but there's no guarantees I'm going to be able to. Not gonna lie, I want the Russo brothers to come back to Marvel to direct both Avengers 5 and Secret Wars. I mean, I'd be down for them to return, but also, you know, I mean, let's be real. Those are some big movies to hand over to somebody who hasn't proven themselves in the Marvel ring just yet. Did you know that Katie O'Brien is in Twisters? I did not. I did not. Now that Superman just finished, would you watch Ben 10? It's a good replacement if you want to have one. Can't say why because spoilers. Again, I've seen most of the original Ben 10. I've seen some of the sequel series. I think Alien Force, whatever the one where the teenagers are with the green car. I've seen some of that. I like Ben 10, but I'm not like a huge Ben 10 guy. Would I watch it someday? Sure, but I'm not going to replace one of our current existing slots with an old show. So, I'm not going to open that door until there's nothing to cover, or the bear is over and one of the Ben, like maybe Ben 10 wins a poll, or what? I don't know. Like Ben 10 it's also a series I'm not foaming at the mouth to watch. Especially, like I said, because I've seen like most of the original series. And because of my attachment to the original series, I've refused to watch anything that came after it with any sense of sincerity, because I hate the art direction changes in every show that has come out after that. But that's just me. I'm not going to say never, but there's not going to be any plans in the near future. What's up, good vibes? How are you? What's up, Ruru? A bit late to the party. The live's at 4 a.m. where I am. Oof. But happy to be here. Hope everyone's doing well. Well, hope are you still awake, or did you wake up early? I'll be watching it. I think I love Daisy Edgar Jones. Cool. I don't know if I've seen her in anything before. Watch Twisters, solid time. Hell yeah, another person coming in to vouch for it. Would my Adventures of Superman animation style Spider-Man series work better with more time to flesh out the characters? I mean, either could work. You could do live action, you could do animation. You're going to have a much harder time with live action. Animation, there's so much more freedom, and something in the vein of My Adventures with Superman would work really well with Spider-Man. It just depends on what you want to do. Either would definitely work. Did you hear about the Halo TV series being canceled? We just talked about this a little bit. They are looking for a new company. I thought season 2 was okay, but was a lot better than season 1. They still need to stick with the lore. Yes. And they've already fucked up so much of that I whatever they do next is just going to spit in the face of a lot of what exists. The Halsey thing, by the end of it, I could have forgiven a lot of decisions made in season 2 if they didn't do the Halsey thing. Because that just, like, low-key pissed me off. Oh my god, I don't know. It is what it is, man. I'm not shocked at all this show got canceled. I'm kind of surprised it got a second season, to be real, but I think the second season was greenlit before the first season even finished airing. My boy, come to San Jose. We got some cons you might like. Hey, one day maybe. One day maybe. I definitely want to branch out to some less local cons. I liked going out to Level Up in Las Vegas. That was fun. I'd like to hit up some other ones, some bigger ones. Borders. Look at this guy. Love him. He's a great guy. This guy Kreese going through Border Patrol for the good reasons. Oh my god. And recently in Love Lies Bleeding with Kristen Stewart, highly recommended. You know. Oh, you were talking about Katie O'Brien, I think. Cobra Kai season 6 part 1 started off a little weak, but from 3 onward kicked into gear. Looking forward to seeing more of Quan. He was pretty cool for the limited screen time, and that fight scene, hell yeah. I agree with you, except for I think the first 2 episodes, I think it started perfectly fine. Slow ramp up, you know, focusing on our characters, where they're at, and then building to what comes. For me, I didn't have any issue with the overall pace of everything. I was a certified storm chaser for a bit. Well, hell yeah. Look at you, living the dream. I wonder where Stan Edgar is. Who knows? And why he didn't get Zoe. Oh, that's a good point. Yeah, huh. Didn't even think about that. Twister's kind of got a nostalgia vibe from the first one. You know what I mean when you see it. Yeah, I've heard it echoes a lot of that. But I just want to know canonically where it fits. Will you be thinking on getting the Wolverine popcorn bucket? I don't really do the popcorn bucket thing, man. Just give me a standard ass bucket. I just want to eat my popcorn. I don't want to have to work for it. Like that alien one for Romulus, dude. Fuck that. Why would you put yourself through that to eat popcorn? It doesn't even look that good. I really hope Julie Pierce still appears. She would have been a perfect mentor for Tori, Sam, and Devin. Agreed. I hope she still appears too. I'm holding out hope for that one. Thought about Kreese crossing borders again. I get your point and somewhat agree, especially when his explanation was, oh, I'm not that easy to catch. Like, how? Explain a little. Just give me something. Like a little, one sentence I would be okay with. I just need it acknowledged. But, because otherwise, I'm going to sit here and think he literally, like I said, just walked into a shadow and teleported. Because he lives in the darkness. What I meant, though, was that the show done somewhat unbelievable stuff before. That's fair. After watching Daisy Edgar Jones in that movie, where the Crawdads sing. Oh, I never saw that. That looked interesting, but I never saw that. So that was her. She's becoming one of my favorite actors. Who watches disaster movies for accuracy? Dude, one of my favorite disaster movies of all time is still Volcano, man. And that movie is ridiculous. God, I love that movie so much. Dante's Peak is also really, really good. But the OG Twisters is probably one of my favorites. Twisters, I think, is considered a standalone sequel. It is set in the same universe, but not connected directly. Okay, thank you. Because I noticed, like, in the trailer, the Dorothy drones still exist. And I couldn't tell if they were playing it up like this new girl invented them for the first time, or they're using retro technology, or have adapted it. No spoilers, but the Miguel and Robbie fight was great. Always love their fights, some of the best ones in the show. And like I was talking about earlier, that fight looked like a real fight. The DCU is a complete reboot, including Superman, because Superman Legacy movie is going to be the first movie of the DCU. Not true. It is not a complete reboot. That's already been confirmed up until this point. Especially considering Season 2 Peacemaker is a continuation of Season 1, even though James Gunn said Season 1's not canon. Yeah, there's still some things that are bleeding over. What is a show that you loved that got canceled? What's a show that I love that got canceled? I know a lot of shows that got, not maybe to cut short or not renewed or whatever. But canceled, there's not a lot of shows that I love that just got shut down. Constantine. The Constantine show with Matt Ryan. I think that show just came out too early. If it had come out a couple of years later, I think it would have done really well. And it was just on the wrong network as well. But let's go with that. Like, I think that's a good one, because it definitely... I didn't watch it until well after its run was over, because I never watched it while it was on. But yeah, having watched it after the fact, it definitely deserved to get a second season, or just more. Have I seen The Inside Job? I have not. For a series to watch for me, I look at the description of shows to see if I want to watch it or not. Yes, for me, a lot of it too, like if it's Star Wars, DC, or Marvel, there's a good chance, there's a good chance I'm going to check it out. These days, because there's so much stuff we're covering, I'm a little more selective, so I'm not watching every DC thing like I tried to do when we were still growing the channel. I just can't do that anymore, so I am being a little more picky about what we do cover on that front. But yeah, for the most part, it's just, there's a lot of things like you can be like, okay, I'm definitely going to be here for that more than likely, and then everything else is just like, does that sound good? What's the vibe around it? Is it something I think I would be interested in? Sometimes there's things I don't think I'll be interested in that you guys sell me on a lot later, and it just all comes down to the mood at the end of the day. What do you hope is talked about at Comic-Con pertaining to Marvel? Just give me some more Daredevil news. That's all I want. That's the only thing Marvel-wise I'm concerned about. Or if they announce something with Shang-Chi, that would be really cool. Outside of that, I really don't care about a lot of the future at the moment. Deadpool and Wolverine is literally the only movie that has been on my mind lately, nothing else. As a person who grew up in the 80s and 90s, I was so scared of quicksand that a disaster movie about that would have terrified me. So understandable, dude. Like, media played up the dangers of quicksand so much, it's ridiculous. Because I was scared of that shit, too. Dude, I would be walking in the woods, hit a patch of barren, like, grassless soil, and I'd be like, oh god, is that quicksand? Oh god. Watched The Bear episode 7 yet? Not yet. Nope. I'll be recording that later tonight. But no, I have not seen the episode yet. It's been 1 week. Chickadee China, the Chinese chicken. You have a drumstick and your brain stopped ticking. Watching X-Files when the lights on. With the lames on. Oh, the Smoky Man's in this one. Hell yeah. Bare naked ladies. One little slip and the chicken little goes hard. Good vibe with Deadpool. Watching X-Files when the lights on. Yes. God, that's another thing. I love that reference in there. Guess you're not afraid of the dark. Did you say James Marsters as in Spike? Yes. He's going to be both at the Raleigh convention and my local one, I think, if I remember right. Am I right? Did I remember that right? Yeah, he is going to be there. Because I've missed him 1 or 2 times at some other places, but I'll probably wait. I don't know. I might try to do that at Raleigh, but there's a lot of other people at Raleigh, and he'll be here. And that's going to be a much smaller convention. So I might try to hit him up here. So we'll see. Just to kind of balance things out a little bit. Have you ever gone to Power Morphicon? No, but I really, really want to. That is a huge bucket list item for me. Star Wars, I was like, what's it called? Star Wars Celebration and Power Morphicon are 2 conventions I really, really want to go to one of these days. Offspring and Bare Naked Ladies, definitely different. Can't Repeat is a tune though. Race Against Myself is my favorite Offspring song from the Splinter album. Yeah. Don't ask me how I got those confused. Because, yes, they are aesthetically and audibly very different. I don't know how I got to that. If you had a chance, would you want to do a cameo on The Boys? Fuck yeah. Hell yeah. You ask me, I'll cameo in damn near anything that I watch. By the way, you're almost at 100K. What have you decided you will do to celebrate? I have no idea. I am open to suggestions. You know what? At 50K, we did the Hot Ones gauntlet. But I don't know. Not gonna lie, I want to hug Staley Stein. Oh my god. I know why you would have hugged him, Dion. Chill. Put it away. Put it away. But you're not wrong. Do you prefer Rebels or Clone Wars? I have more memorable moments from Clone Wars, but I think if they would have given Rebels the time that Clone Wars got, it would have been equal or better. It's Clone Wars. It's undisputably Clone Wars for me. I think Rebels has some really great moments and some really good stories, but I don't think Rebels comes anywhere near the complexities or the depth that Clone Wars dives into, personally. I'm a little bit older than Sholo, though. Hey, he's in his 20s now, right? It's fine. Do what you gotta do. My bank account gonna go poof because of how many good movies are coming out these few months. Dude, my bank account's gonna hate me for these conventions, man. Especially with this Spindle Horse Hot Topic collab. I'm afraid of what they're going to release merch-wise, because I'm gonna have to scoop it all up. Knowing Hot Topic, there's gonna be way more, there's not gonna be a lot of guy stuff. Hopefully, plenty of gender-neutral stuff, so I can scoop in on all that, but, I don't know. The guy section always gets very neglected at Hot Topic these days. It's literally just t-shirts most of the time. Oh, can't even get a decent pair of trip pants anymore. I've got some great news. I just finished watching Spy X Family now and can't wait for Season 3. Just finished Demon Slayer Season 1 and started watching Season 2. All I can say without spoiling is be prepared. The ending to The Boys season was nuts. Infinity War type hype in its own way. I get that comparison. Also, seeing Huey beg Butcher not to mess stuff up, and then him pushing him to the side and embraces the darkness. Also, I didn't notice this in the moment, but when he appeared in the end, he was de-aged. I didn't notice that until afterwards. All the gray left his hair. His hair was black, like deep black, and his skin was healthy. Like all of that degeneration from his sickness was completely gone after he accepted Kessler. Speaking of Apple TV, when is new Severance again? I could googly, but lazy. I think it's early next year. I don't think it's this year. Yeah, 2025. I don't think we have an exact date yet, though. They started filming season 2 of Monarch. I haven't heard anything besides it being renewed for another season. I haven't heard anything. I haven't heard any updates on it yet. Is this me or does Butcher look more healthy now? I literally just actually just brought that up. Funny, I didn't read that either, so that's kind of fun. The Boys season 4 ending was Infinity War, then final season has to be Endgame. Well, I did see that Eric Kripke said that season 5 will be basically the Boys version of a post-apocalyptic scenario. It'd be basically season 5 will be them living in a Boys themed apocalypse. So I don't know how to take that. And to answer your question, Daniel, part 2 comes out November 15th, and part 3 comes out early 2025. No date given yet. They either start filming in January or it will come out in January. I can't remember. I think they've already started filming I think they're in post-production right now, or they're still filming. I can't remember which. They did my future wife Newman dirty. Yeah, dude, that was, I did feel bad. And then the writers were like, dude, and we got the audience waiting and foaming at the mouth for her to die. And I'm like, dude, that's the last thing that this season did was make us want her to die. Like, I wasn't rooting for her to die. Maybe like when she was like the villain the season before, maybe. But like this season really brought her back around. I really wanted her to live by the end of this. Seen Deadpool and Wolverine on Thursday, so hyped. I took the day off because we gotta because either way I'm gonna be getting to the hotel either by 11 p.m. or midnight for the convention. So it's gonna be a long day anyway. We got a cat appointment for the kittens that afternoon, so I can't like leave early. So, and then I'm watching. Also, I just took the day off from work. The plan was originally to just take the cast to their appointment and then leave. And I just ended up just deciding to take the whole day off because there's no way I'm going to go to this convention and just keep avoiding for weeks and weeks and weeks this Deadpool shit. So I'm like, I'm going to go to the earliest showing Thursday, do the cat appointment, and then we're going to be making our trip out to Raleigh. So yeah. I'm expecting a lot of craziness because if anything that they've shown in the trailers is any indication, they're probably holding an absolute fuck ton of stuff back. I just want another Moon Knight series. Damn it. Come on, Feige, announce it already. Yes! I want more Moon Knight, and I know I'm like the only person on the planet wanting this, but I want another. I just, even if it's not another season, I just want to know that Tatiana Maslany is going to be back as She-Hulk somewhere. I love that season, man. I heard a few weeks ago that Ruby has found a new home with Viz, and because of Rooster Teeth, they shut down. Well, that'll make ever reacting to it that much harder. Viz is difficult. I'm managing right now. I've had some issues. I got into a whole little spat with some guy trying to take our shit down for Bleach, but we'll see. You should definitely give Longlegs a shot. It's become one of my favorite movies of the year, and I'm happy I didn't know much going into the film. Potential reaction? Maybe. I don't know. I really don't know. I mean, I don't know anything about it. I've just been people hyping it up. I've seen some people saying, like, if you like X-Files, it might be kind of along your vibe. That's enough you got to tell me most of the time. So, I don't know. I don't know the premise, thoughts, or anything. Love the fight between Johnny and Mike Barnes. All the Karate Kid fans wanted to see the fight between the bad boys. I did like seeing that fight, too. The pointing to your head when you said, I remember, just in case we weren't sure where the brain is. Shut the fuck up. God, go drink some tea and eat some crumpets. God damn it. There's two ways I see Little Garden translating live action. First is time cuts between the giants and Straw Hats during the dialogue, or they CG enlarge the giants in post, like how the MCU did Thanos. Yeah, I'm very curious. Very curious. Especially if they're going to show all the dinosaurs and shit too, like that, you know? Like, how are they going to do it? And this is just touching the surface. You know, there's a giant goldfish. There's Laboon they still got to do. And, like, again, I know they encounter dragons at some point, and we got these sea monsters that become more prevalent. Like, it's only the deeper we get into all of this is they're going to, like, it's just going to get so much more insane, the level of budget that they're going to need, or at least just CGI and special effects beyond what they were able to do practically. I'm just like, I don't know. Like, the show did a really great job at starting with, like, the first arc, which is, by anime standards, fairly grounded, especially shonen standards, fairly grounded. No idea how they're going to pull off some of the later stuff in live action, but we'll see. Remember, Daniel said that Johnny will take over Miyagi-Do, so I bet that there will be a spinoff. Hopefully, Johnny and Chosen Mike Barnes being badass, ripping through the valley, kicking ass, and taking names. Well, that wouldn't be very Miyagi-Do now, would it? But them taking it over would be great. And I would also explain why Johnny maybe is running the dojo while Daniel is doing the stuff in the movie. You ever see a movie you're so sure has to be a banger? I feel that way about Deadpool and Wolverine. With that said, I felt that way about The Matrix Resurrections. And it was okay, I guess. Deadpool 3, please be great. Yeah, I was definitely in that vein with The Matrix Resurrections as well. And I am not a fan of that movie at all. Alien Romulus comes out next month. Let's go! Superman Lois wasn't ending with season 4. How many seasons would you have preferred? Or say, I'd probably say like 5 or 6. I think this is a nice little sweet spot. I would have loved to see what they did with it going later on. On a difficult question, would you choose Femboy Android 17 if Android 18 is not available, or other this or that choice? Huh? I mean, between what and what? Like, you didn't give me a choice. I mean, Android 18 is my favorite Dragon Ball gal. My favorite she's my top Dragon Ball waifu. Good news, everybody. Silo Season 2 is done filming. Omni, would you be interested in watching it? I've heard some things. Obviously, you guys have recommended Silo Season 1 before, but I don't really... the premise seems pretty interesting. I don't know. It just depends on how I'm feeling and where we're at around that point. Plot twist, Lady Deadpool is Ariana Grande. With that, oh my god. I mean, you never know. Cobra Kai moms are very hot. Yes, they are. I follow a lot of Halo news channels. The Halo follower report that Christopher Nolan wants to buy the rights for the show. That would be interesting. That would be interesting. I just don't want them to continue it. Just start over. Just start over. Just actually give us a story that has Chief and Cortana actually being Chief and Cortana. Dude, they massacred my boy. I'm going to SDCC this weekend, so hopefully I get to meet Tyler and Bitsy there. Had a brief moment with Tyler once, and he's such an awesome person. Lucky. Hell yeah, man. Dude, I would love to go to... I feel like in my head I would love to go to SDCC, but I'm also so scared about how massive that is and how many people are there. Terrifies me a little bit. Because GalaxyCon is the biggest thing I've been to, and even that can get a little... not even a little, stressful as fuck. I recommend you watch Vinland Saga and Fate Zero. Is Fate Zero a game, or is it... was it a game then anime, or anime then game, or am I thinking of something else? Does that sound familiar? I know of Fate Zero, but I don't know. I've heard a lot of people talking about Vinland Saga. I know a lot of people have been reacting to that here lately as well. Or over the last couple of years. I can't remember if you've ever seen Fringe, and if not, if you'd ever react to it. Fringe, I have not seen, but it is a show that I would like to cover one of these days. But just waiting on it to win a poll. I'll probably get to watch Superman and Lois Season 4 in a couple of years. Took ages for the UK to get Season 3. Absolute joke. I forgot about that. I forgot how long it took for you guys just to get Season 3. That's ridiculous, man. Someone has Adventures of Superman, the Season 2 finale of My Adventures with Superman. I've never seen the show. Sorry for the spoilers. I had to. It's hilarious. Super agree on Stranger Things. I like it when streaming servers drop all the episodes on the spot. It's great. Castlevania. No, I hate it. I absolutely hate it. That's fine for you, but again, people do not understand this argument. Daniel's making the same mistake that most people make. We are not talking about how is this better for the viewer. We are talking about how this is better for the show. Like, sure, it's great to sit down if you have the time, if you are privileged enough to have the time to just sit down and binge a show all in one go when it drops like that. Happy for you. Most people can't do that. And that's great for some people. Some people just want to get it all done. But for the show, that can be death unless you are one of the rare choices, rare chances, rare opportunities or times that your show is so impactful that it echoes well outside of its shelf life, or it just hitting the stands or whatever. It is death for most shows, and that's what people here, again, I love calling you out, Daniel, that don't understand why we talk about that. Addict reaction? Are you just gonna ask me every week until I do it, Ginger? Christ. Evil Legolas. Legolas, my first love. I feel like I have time to discuss the episodes with the interwebs and my friends, if it's constructive, of course. Some shows get forgotten fast, true. Only obsessive fans remain. Yep. She's an animal spirit. I don't remember what we were talking about here. Eamon/Evil Legolas is just fascinating to watch. I think he's very cool. Up until the Legolas thing got mentioned, I keep equating him to like Sephiroth for whatever reason. Like that's where my brain was always going to. They're not Matt Smith. I don't remember. I relate heavily. Hell yeah. If you had a dragon, what would you name it? It wouldn't make... I don't know. What would I make? My brain immediately wants to go Draco, because I love Dragonheart. I loved that movie growing up. But it's so basic. I don't know. Cinnamon. I don't know. I'm not too sure. I would like to also go Corvus, but that also doesn't make sense because a dragon's not a raven. But I just love the name Corvus. If it was a black dragon, it could work. Raven-colored dragon. Of course, Matt Smith is a name everyone remembers. It's freaking Matt Smith. Dameron has lost it, man. Devin was so awesome. She is my fourth favorite character on the show, besides Johnny and Chosen and Mike Barnes. Well, damn, nice. Five describing Diego as Batman, but aim lower still makes me laugh. That was a good line. That was such a good line. You watching Deadpool and Wolverine and seeing a reference to a Captain America 1944 serial that I don't know and have no attachment to, leading me to cry for not consuming every Marvel content ever. Yeah, I don't know, man. We'll see what they do. It was so great to see John Kreese again, and he went to see Shang Tsung. Good God. Dude, I love that guy is so angry that he refuses to die. It's so funny. You think Homelander and Eobard would get along if they met each other? Hell no. They would. Their hubrises would be in too much conflict. I continue to adore the Alt-Shift-X and Glidus referring to Damon as Matt Smith in a wig and Matt Smith in an eye patch the other week. Oh my God, that's great. That's hilarious. God, when they did him walking down the thing and he was following what he had presumed to be Aemond and it was just him in an eye patch, I still think by Damon, just adding a D to the end of his name was clever. When I was younger, I used to collect Polly Pockets. Don't know if they were a thing in America, but they released a Harry Potter and a Friends themed one, and I want both. I used to have a couple myself. not gonna lie. We definitely had those growing up, and I had a couple. My dad hated it that I had them, but I had them all the same. But yeah, I love those things. I don't know what it was back then. Like having like a little mini play set was just kind of cool. Like I had that. I had like I think a He-Man one as well, and a Power Rangers one. And then I had like 2 Polly Pockets, and I had 2 of those that were actually something my dad probably wouldn't have been so upset with. But yeah. Polly Pocket. Let's see. If there's any anime you could recommend to me, and sinners in Has-Been Hotel, when they die, they turn into the thing they hated most, or How You Live, example, Husk hated cats and became a cat. How do we know that, though? Like, where is that? Like, where is that? So Angel hates spiders, so he is a spider? Val hated moths, so he is a moth? Val becoming a moth makes sense, you know, with him being in the industry, him doing the things that he does, being around the glam, the glitz, and the lights. Moths are attracted to lights. All that makes sense. Even in like the trivia stuff, I haven't seen anything about that. And I have talked to people that work on the show. A lot of things that Viv has said in the past may no longer be canon anymore. So like, if it's not in the shows, or if it's not in any of the trivia posts on the Patreon, it may not still be true. So I'm wondering if that's one of these things. As far as recommendations for anime, like my go-to gateway animes that anime that I usually suggest are Full Metal Alchemist Brotherhood, or even more, just Full Metal Alchemist, or Death Note, if you're coming into it for the first time. Hell, maybe if you're not afraid of gore and some really dark shit, Attack on Titan is the best written anime I've ever watched. Remember the flashback when Kreese and Terry said they went to that dojo to see the master, and then the master beat the crap out of Kreese, and the girl came in and tried to fight her dad, and you picked her? Yeah. I wanted to say, your soul is mine. Really want Justin Benson and Aaron Moorhead for Avengers 5 and Secret Wars. They're the guys who directed episodes of Moon Knight and Loki, who will also direct episodes of Daredevil and Boarding In. I'm open to giving some people a shot, man, but I don't know if you could really lose with the Russos, though. Would you watch Tokyo Ghoul based on the description? I don't know, man. The aesthetic of Tokyo Ghoul, I don't know if I vibe with it wholly. I watched the first episode, and I didn't watch episode 2, so I don't know if that was, I don't remember if that was like I just wasn't vibing with it, or I just didn't come back to it. You saying about the teen version of Ben 10. Anyone else remember the Rugrats teen version? Yeah, All Grown Up. I liked that show. I actually liked it quite a bit. Is shaped like a pink Polly heart, with the inside looking like the inside of another heart-shaped Polly Pockets. What? What's up, Terry? How are you? Twisters is a copycat reboot, not a sequel. See, and here we are, back to saying opposite things. The sequel Ben 10 shows are really good. Omni, Alien Force, Ultimate Alien, and Omniverse. Really nice if you actually react to them. Chainsaw is reacting to all of the shows right now. I'm very aware. Chainsaw it's like one of his main pulls at the moment. Like, you know, people are like, these shows, they have these huge, dedicated, obsessive fan bases, man, but I don't know. I liked it. I loved what I watched when I was growing up. I was just never in love with the show. Like, I liked it, but who knows? Maybe I can give it a chance one of these days. Bitch, don't you know? Bitch, you know I know karate. Dude, that was the best line delivery. Out of all 5 of these episodes was when Kyler said that. Man, that made me laugh so hard when he said it like that. Dude, yes. That was probably one of my favorite. That was definitely a highlight of the whole season for me so far. Just a heads up that the piece of the Venom that was in Venom at the Last Dance trailer was in Venom's universe. And I had a theory that the Venom dropped a piece of him in the MCU and his own universe. I mean, that's definitely what happened. It's not. I wouldn't even call that a theory. That's confirmed as much. I remember watching a YouTube video, and there were 2 women interviewing the actor who plays Terry Silver, and he seems nice. He asked him if there might be any redemption for Terry. I'm curious if that's possible at this point. We'll see. How about Albert as a popcorn bucket? Oh, so you know you charge like that to be in command? You like to be in charge. You like to be in... I don't know what you're trying to tell me here, Team Flash. Yes, Volcano. Yes, I have not seen Cliffhanger. I haven't. But Volcano. Any movie slash show suggestions for me? I like most genres, especially horror, but any genres. I need a new show to get me off of waiting for ghost fuckers. I will always recommend my favorite show of all time, The X-Files, and if you like spooky paranormal stuff or paranormal stuff in general, or like it mixes a lot. There's a lot of horror and a lot of sci-fi in The X-Files, so highly recommend it. First season might feel a little dated for sure, but promise it is worth the watch. Horror related stuff, Bates Motel, while a little soap opera at times, is super good. The Hannibal TV show, super good. Dark is an amazing show if you don't mind. I mean, there is a dub, but I would recommend watching it with the original actors, personally, with subtitles. It's a German show. It's live action. I know when people hear dub and sub, they like to think animation a lot of times, but I want to clarify, it's a science fiction show. Fantastic. Severance, amazing show on Apple TV Plus. Like, mind-bendingly good. Well, I wouldn't talk mind-bending. Dark is more mind-bending, but yeah, I don't know. Those are the first ones that come to mind. Yeah, I don't know. Breaking Bad if you haven't seen it. Better Call Saul if you haven't seen it. Anything from Mike Flanagan. If you like horror, ghost stories, or anything like that, contemplate. It can get a little deep, but like they're really spooky some of the times. Like Haunting on Hill House, Haunting of Bly Manor, Midnight Mass, Midnight Club, Fall of the House of Usher. Like all of Flanagan's shows are super good. I've reacted to all of those. They're fantastic. That's another one. Okay, talking about shows that I liked that got canceled that I'm upset about. Midnight Club. I really, really wanted to see that second season. OG Twister is my most watched movie. I watch it multiple times a year. It's one of my comfort movies. Hell yeah. I don't blame you. I think it's great. I can't say. I don't know what Cliffhanger is about, so I'm not sure. San Andreas 2012, Dante's Peak, Day After Tomorrow, Twister, Volcano, hell yes. I've never seen San Andreas or 2012. I have seen... Dude, we watched Day After Tomorrow in school. In my science class once. Dante's Peak, great movie as well. Do I still watch Talkville? I watched a few the last... I haven't watched it in a long time because it's just hard to keep up with it. Does Independence Day count as a disaster movie? I mean, kinda. Just watching the series, I think there might be a redemption for John Kreese. When you watch the backstory where young Kreese is getting beat by the bullies, his wife getting burned, plus he's killed his vision quest. I hope there is. I hope there's a redemption for him. And again, Daniel, please watch my videos. So I don't have to, so we're not repeating ourselves here. Did you see Kevin Conroy's last lines as Batman on Crisis on Infinite Earths Part 3? I did. I saw the clip. Of his final words, and it was nice. I'm glad that that's hopefully, finally, the last lines we can worry about. I was waiting for the chickadee China. Got stuck in quicksand as a kid once. My grandpa just said, "Get yourself out." Tough love kind of man. Oh yeah, that'll do it. Me and my brother just started watching Dexter last night for the first time, and what a crazy first few episodes. I've still never seen Dexter. I know they're talking about a prequel series coming out in the near future. Would you do a League of Legends KDA reactions? Probably not. Like, I don't know. Like, the whole reacting to cinematics thing or music videos, especially of those. I don't know. Maybe not. Probably not. Like, I love League of Legends. I love the lore. I love it, all that, but I can't get into all elements of it like that. I don't know. Like, if it's not arcane, I'm probably not going to check it out on the channel. What's up, Christina? Just finished a podcast on IWTV, and I'm all sweaty. I hate summer. I hated it the minute I knew it was on the horizon. Our Comic-Con's overwhelming. So many people. It just depends. It really depends. Like, the local ones around here, there's not a lot of people. It's usually not that swelling. When I go to these Galaxy Cons, those have been the biggest ones I've been to. But like, I would wholly expect like San Diego and New York to be insane. Because one, it's San Diego and New York, but still. A lot of them aren't that bad. I wish Firefly was still a thing. Only watched it this year. So freaking good. I hope you watch it at some point. It's definitely one of those ones I want to scratch off my list eventually. Hot ones, but they're all da bomb. That would be awful. My favorite Offspring song is "The Kids Aren't Alright." That's my second favorite Offspring song, I would say. I Can't Repeat, I think, has become my favorite personally. I know we could do to celebrate 100K is do the one chip challenge. I mean, maybe. See, the thing we did with the 50K was we did Jack in the Box, and we did it with the community. And if I lost a round, so that means if anybody playing beat me, I had to eat a wing and go up the scale. So we kind of made a game around it. What's up, Lunar? How are you? You never know, Omni. Could be the guy in the Gimp mask in the sex dungeon scene. I wouldn't say no to it. We don't get Hot Topic here, and postage cost makes it way too expensive for us. Maybe I'll luck out, though. Yeah, dude, the shipping prices are nuts. And I didn't put any of this on anybody that won for, like, the cards. And I didn't make any stipulations, so when I did that giveaway for the Demon Alistair card, one of the winners was in Germany. And the shipping for me to send that card with tracking was $90. No, sorry, it was $60. It was $90 for the other 4 items that I shipped, I think. So, like, I don't know. So, yeah. International shipping is batshit insane sometimes. 'Cause that's, like, essentially just a little piece of cardboard. But to get that safely to who I wanted it to get to, it was not cheap. Oh my god. Girly Pop Alistair. Dude, if they're starting to branch out with this has-been merch, just collaborating outside of it, like expanding upon it finally, I hope we get a series of Funkos. Dude, my bank account already hates me for buying so many shirts and Funko Pops from Hot Topic. Though, Topic is definitely my favorite store to go to when I'm at a mall. Same, actually. If I may ask, when I was younger, I used to watch shows like Winx Club and Sailor Moon and My Little Pony. Do you think that's weird or wrong for a boy to watch something made for girls? No. Not at all. I loved Sailor Moon growing up, dude. That shit was awesome. Absolutely had a blast with that show. My dad hated it. Or not that. He was out of the picture by that point. But I know, like, growing up, he was... If I even entertained the idea of, like wanting a toy or watching a thing that might be for girls or whatever, you know, he would get very pissy about it. My mom didn't give 2 shits, you know. Like she sneakily got me the Polly Pockets. I wanted the Barbie Jeep, like the electric Jeep, and he got me the G.I. Joe one. I was I had an okay childhood until things fell apart. So like they did their best, but like I know I was simply upset that I didn't get the pink one, and he got me the army one, you know, and all that kind of stuff. And I was like, I don't legitimately remember being sad. But yeah, it was one of those situations. My mom didn't give a crap, but my dad did. So like, whatever. For me, it's whatever. Like, good content's good content. I think it should be made for whoever enjoys it. It doesn't really matter at all in my brain. Like, Totally Spies, that shit was awesome. Powerpuff Girls is badass. You know, there's a lot of like bleed. Like, it's just like, I think it's silly to like, especially with art, to like try to box it into like, only these people can watch this, only these people can watch that, and there's no blending of the two. Yeah, no, I don't think it's weird at all. Honestly, I think it should be more open to that. I've been waiting for Helluverse merch on Hot Topic so long, I know my wallet will be crying. When Butcher unleashed his tentacles, it did remind me of Ben's powers in Umbrella Academy. I got a little bit of flickers of that as well. It's part of the virus, and cause we know when since episode 1 he was delusional mirage, so maybe part of the mix of the Temp V and the Eobard sense after Crisis landed on. God damn it! Stop! It was funny at first, but good God, I can't with this Eobard stuff. Like a legitimate, what seems to be a legitimate comment, just devolves into some crazy Eobard spiel. Still watch Winx Club, Sailor Moon, and My Little Pony. Even some people just say it's wrong, and I just tell many people, Kel, say just me. Don't worry about it, man. Just like what you like. I have no idea if I'm seeing Deadpool and Wolverine this time. I hope to. I'm going to have to embrace spoilers, because there's no way I'm going to avoid that. That's true. Did you say they are still filming Cobra Kai? That's awesome. I think they're done. I mean, because I'm pretty sure filming is done, or at least most of it. I mean, because Robbie cut his hair. Like, he shaved it all, he buzzed it all off. He's got like, and he dyed it blonde. Unless something happens in the show where Robbie cuts his hair and dyes it blonde. I think he's done shooting. So it just really depends. Nope, shan't. Crumpets are nice. Totally love She-Hulk series. It was so much like the comics. I need more She-Hulk. Agreed. Teas and Crumpets, haven't heard that one before. Both delicious though. Tea is it can be very hit or miss for me, that's for sure. I need a lot of honey or a lot of sugar to make it even remotely okay. And if it's, depending on the type of tea, I guess, too, you know, it maybe definitely needs some cream. But I've never had a crumpet. I don't even know what it is, to be fair. I just know the word. Since you finished Cobra Kai, any chance you're going to give Kite Man? Hell yeah! No plans at the moment. Gaze. More She-Hulk. Wonder how we're going to do Crocodile in live action One Piece. I don't know. I don't know what they look like yet, so who knows? We'll see. I couldn't get into Silo. Maybe my brain was overthinking the plot holes. Depends. I mean, I don't know. I can't talk about it. John Kreese is still causing trouble and kicking ass. That great, especially at his age. What is he, 93? If he's 93, he's looking damn good for 93. Do I like Green Day? I do. If you do, what's your favorite tune? Damn, that's a tough one. Probably Basket Case or 21 Guns. Yeah, like if we're talking like the whole gamut, probably. What? What is this? one or the yeah, we're not I'm just reading this and it is frying my brain. Like, especially that third option. That third option is just batshit. Yeah, we're gonna pass, man. Jesus. Extending the conversation week to week. Look at the sheer volume of analysis and prediction articles and videos week to week for House of the Dragon. Exactly. Congratulations. When the series drops all at once, I still watch just an episode or a couple a day. Pace it out, man. Pace it out. What's up, man? Larson, a long time. It has been a while. Let's see. What would have been better for the Acolyte show? And I agree. There's too much what I want versus what is the story that is being told. You can't trash a show because things aren't what you want. Oh yeah, 100%. What would have been better for the Acolyte show? I think honestly, Acolyte is one of those shows where it may have functioned better or been better received if it was dumped all at once. This might be one of the shows where it might have benefited in its current condition to be just dumped. Durgan the Durgan. I love it. Very much depends on the show, but I don't mind the 2 to 3 episode drop, especially for short episodes. But mostly agree to shows to do better with weekly drops. Am I going to ask every time for adequate reaction? Yes. Yes, I am. Held that. Fair enough. Dragon name? Fluffy. My thoughts are Mr. Miyagi fought Kim Sung-young in the Sekai Taikai. See, that's something I'm starting to think too. Also, the Chinese coin, someone was like, well, maybe that'll show some connection between Miyagi and Mr. Han. Maybe they have a shared past when they get into the movie. But then again, that isn't wholly... That wouldn't have been set up during the show because they were planned separately. So I don't know if that's the case, but you can use that to push it into that. Favorite 80s theme song of a sitcom? I didn't really watch a lot of 80s sitcoms, so I can't really... I don't know. I can't really think of any. I had so many Disney Polly Pocket ones too. I had little houses and made a little street. Oh yeah. Oh yeah, I did have some of those. I had the Aladdin one. I can't remember if I had any of the other ones though. Would Spider-Man still be Doppelganger Spider-Man if he was in Hazbin Hotel, or maybe Brazilian Spider as a deadly reincarnation? Who knows? What's up, Geek Ledger? How you doing? I still have that, and the Winnie Pooh one are in the attic somewhere. Yeah, all of mine are all lost to time. Any of the toys or anything that I had as a kid are long since gone. You think we'll see Terry again? I'm sure we will. Or at least I hope we will. Speaking of Attack on Titan, I just finished AOT, and I was so shocked at how it ended and what happened to Eren. And there were signs, but some people didn't fully pay attention or at least notice them. Honestly, it's the same people that, like, it's the same kind of argument and mindset that I've seen for people that are upset with who attach themselves, and I'm not saying that they're alike in a lot of ways, but the fandom around these characters, a particular group of the fandom around some of these characters is very the same. Like when they realize that Homelander is a villain, you know, it's a little weird. And they get mad and they don't see the story or the tragedy of it all. Or when the irony is lost on them. And Eren is very much so different, but the same. You know, it's, yeah, I don't know. There's a lot of people, because I know the ending of the show has a lot of mixed thoughts. But thematically, it's all been there. I think it's a perfect end based on the show we watched. And, you know, people are fans of a certain character and will expect a certain outcome for them. And when they don't get it, they got a little upset. But yes, I will say they definitely didn't fully pay attention or notice the story they were watching. Random question, I can see you have a ton of collectibles and toys. I know they're most probably more valuable in the packaging, but do you ever play with any of them? My Revan mask and the lightsabers, hell yeah, definitely do sometimes. Or my Power Rangers morphers, bust those out. And I've worn my my Vader, I've worn my helmets before, like the Vader one and the Power Ranger one, the Green Ranger one. You can't wear the Master Chief helmet, unfortunately. It's the one from the Halo 3 Collector's Edition where you can't actually wear it. But yes. Did I watch the Gladiator 2 trailer? I did. I thought it looked pretty sick. Indiana Jones hates snakes, so he becomes Snake. On the show, the shapeshifter is really dead because it looks like the shifter just passed out. Yeah, I don't know. I have no idea there. They acted like they killed them. We watched a piece of Venom stay in the MCU in the post-credit scene. I think both are true. I think one are in both. I have the all grown up thing stuck in my head now, by the way. I don't remember the theme, to be honest. If you could have any Power Rangers, any Ranger powers from any season, which would you take? And to make it less obvious, I'm excluding PR and all of Tommy's forms. I mean, most of them, they don't have power sets outside of the suits, outside of their skills that they retain. But I would probably go with... What was it? I don't remember who was who. Where are you at? Where are you at? Where are you at? Where are you? There you are. I would probably go with Trent from Dino Thunder. I just wanted to make sure I was remembering it right. Yeah, I'd probably go with Trent. I've been rewatching through the X-Men movies every Sunday. Watched Days of Future Past last week and Deadpool today. So freaking good. Hell yeah, man. Days of Future Past is still my favorite X-Men movie, I think. Do you plan on covering Marvel's Hall H announcements during the back like I did in 22? No, unfortunately not. I'm going to be at a convention all weekend long, so I'm not going to be able to dive into it all that much. And schedule-wise, I won't. I'm doing a lot more on the channel than I was back then, so doing it like that, probably not. I think playing with toys is still the best kind of taboo thing when it comes to playing as an adult. Sports were always encouraged, but now we have video games, cosplay, and we can do it as adults as well. Very true. I'm not saying nothing's your average. Stoll is teasing you with his open legs popcorn bucket. Oh god, like you're eating out of his cloaca? I'm okay saying no to that popcorn bucket. 12 bullet scene I can watch on repeat. Mike Flanagan too. Still kind of baffled that actually playing with toys is still looked down upon as an adult. I think now a lot of it comes down to the value of it, because there's value. It's all about the aesthetic and the value of the figure. I like the vibe of Funkos in the box. Outside of it, there's a lot of them that aren't even balanced. Because some of the older ones, they don't have bases. So like that Riku one that I have, you can't really see it. It's out of focus. I have a out of the box Riku right there. It can't stand up on its own. Like the balance of the figure, it can't stand. So like I just keep them all in the boxes at this point. I mean, I don't plan on ever selling any of them. Sometimes I'll buy 2 of each one and then I'll open some of them. I do have an open Ulquiorra, I have an open Sora, Heartless, Riku. I have some that are out. But like, yeah, like a lot of it I think comes down through the collector's aspect and the value aspect of it or whatever. But like, I don't know. There's a bunch of shit quite clearly I've opened. So like, it just depends for me. I think for whatever it is, it just looks for the aesthetic. I think the Funko box aesthetic for me works better than the freestanding Funkos personally. Cliffhanger was your best boy Sylvester Stallone in the lead role, by the way. What was it about, though? I don't remember. I know I've heard of this movie, but I don't remember what it was about. Saw a clip of Kevin Conroy as Batman animated series, first DC show ever I saw. Likewise. Have you reacted to all of Cobra Kai series so I can watch your reactions on the rewatch? The reactions started on season 3 on the channel. I had watched season 1 and 2 before I was really... I think I watched season 1 before I started the channel. I watched season 2. I think I have a review for season 2 because I wasn't doing episode reactions yet. Let me double check. Because I didn't start reacting to episodes until season 3. Season 2 teaser reaction, season 2 of trailer reaction, sneak peek reaction for season 2. I mean, I reacted to the trailers for season 2, but apparently I didn't review it. I didn't make a video about it. I don't know what the hell was going on there. I think season 2 came out when I was only doing trailers and movie reviews. So I don't have anything for season 2, but 3 onward was when I started doing show stuff. Now, watch-alongs, I only have 4 and 5 right now. 4, 5, and 6 right now. I reacted to season 3 before I was doing watch-alongs, before the Patreon was up, so I don't have those. So, yeah, sorry about that. Yeah, to see Batman the Animated Series world die, my first DC world I ever saw get destroyed, was hard. Yeah, man. Damn, KDA is awesome. Love their music. I don't know if I've actually heard any of the actual KDA music. I've seen King of Queens before as a teen. I have seen King of Queens a couple times. Definitely not one of my favorites. Freaking hate the summer. I'm literally melting Wicked Witch style. Hell yeah. I love summer, and I know it's been a hot fucking summer. And that's one of the reasons why I've been really wanting to swim for a long time. Man, I haven't swam in like 8 years. So last night was, even though weirdly enough, last night was the chillest it's been all month. The day I get in the pool, you know, obviously it's a little cool. So it could have, like the day before was blazing. Like it would have been so much more refreshing then, but still very much so needed. Love it. But I prefer summer over the winter every time for me. Today I discovered there's a new D&D campaign on Dimensions 20 featuring some of my favorite drag queens. You know what I'll be watching for the rest of the time? I need to watch more Dimension 20. I've seen a little bit, but not much. Okay, Omni, TMI, much. Hey, I said I would cameo. I said I'd show up on any of these shows. If it's just a cameo, put me in a GIMP suit, I'll be on the show. Not saying I personally enjoy GIMP suits, nothing against people that might. Yeah. That's not my thing. I have a lot of things. That's not one of them. But if it's just a fun little gag, like Channing Tatum's scene in This Is the End, I don't know, that could be fun. I mean, it's fine. It's just a little hoot and holler. I'm not like claustrophobic or anything like that. It's nothing like that, but like, it just, I don't know, the texture, you know. A fun little gag, indeed. I see what you did there. We should play some Kahoot or something. What's Kahoot? What the fuck is Kahoot? I tried Insanity hot sauce once. My dad tricked us kids, and let me tell you, not enough milk in the world could put my tongue out of its misery. I considered surgery. We were kids. What a prick. I love Kahoot. I have no idea. Like, that sounds terrible, though, by the way. But yeah, we did go through the entire Hot Ones gauntlet, so I don't know how that compares. I love Kahoot. I don't know what that is. What's a mall? Dude, the saddest thing in the world. And I still go because I love the crappy, like, Japanese food that they sell in the food court at my mall. I still go sometimes purely for that. and sometimes to go see if there's anything of note in Hot Topic, because it's the only things of worth there. Our mall is borderline, and it was well, comparatively, around here it was big, but compared to like a lot of like big city malls, it's very small. But like it used to be a place that was awesome to go to, man. Like I have some great memories of that place. Like it used to have a waterfall, foliage, there was just all kinds of crazy shit in there. Like looking at how it used to be, like when I was growing up, like, and now there's only like, I'd say only 25% of it has shops now. Like, there's like 75% of it is just closed off. The storefronts are just gone. Half of the food shops are closed down for the food court. Like, it's depressing. Like, it's not like a ghost town yet, but it is just sad. The one though up in Huntington though is still doing well. Like it might have one or two closed storefronts, but for the most part it is thriving. But it's right next to Marshall, so you know it's got a little bit of a leg up, but it sucks. It sucks, man. No baby Stolas pop? Not yet. Love Sailor Moon, especially the second season with Dark Moon arc with the people from the 30th century coming back to the 90s. Yeah, man, there's some good shit in Sailor Moon. Love your content. Just found your channel and your agent's content. Absolutely gold, Pony Boy. Well, thank you, thank you. Welcome. I'm glad you're enjoying it all. That Jeep was nice. Let's see. Is there a chance you come to DC Con again or Awesome Con again? Recommend Otakon. I do want to go to Otakon one of these days. I want to go to Otakon and Dragon Con one of these days. But yeah, I would love to go to Awesome Con again. DC's a little rough to navigate sometimes, but I don't mind it. It's an easy drive when you're not awake for 24 hours. The drive home sucked. Like, if I ever do that again, it's going to be overnight. That was a mistake that trip me and my buddy made to go to Awesome Con and do it all up and back in one day. That was dumb as hell. But yeah, I definitely want to come back. Black parents aren't like that with their boys. I think we are too hard on what masculine traits they are meant to have and emotions meant to be shown, at least in my experiences. Yeah, I've heard a lot of that as well. You know, it can be very, very rough. See, I don't know. I'm just glad that my mom, for the most part, was just super open. So she would let me get away with some of that stuff my dad wouldn't be okay with when he wasn't around. So, and then he just stopped being around. So then that helped. Bring back Kim Possible. Dude, I loved Kim Possible. Thank you for not judging. Of course, man, of course. Try to get you into the Eternal reboot. Tried to watch it and it sucks. Yeah, I don't know. I didn't give the reboot a chance. I don't know. What's your shooting schedule to finish Agents of S.H.I.E.L.D.? To finish it? I'm just doing, my plan right now is just one a week until we get to the end. Generally, I record it on the weekend because of Cobra Kai. I haven't done this next week's episode yet. So I'll probably be doing that tomorrow. Then I send it to the editors, they edit it, and then I review the edit and then post it on Wednesdays. So that's usually the gist of it all. They do so many One Piece Funkos. I'm surprised you don't own any yet. There's still a lot of series that I don't have Funkos from. A lot of it comes down to, at this point, because I'm running out of room to display them all, I was thinking about doing away with the posters and just getting tall cabinets, or not cabinets, but taller bookshelves. Because I have two in the living room already. But basically just getting taller shelves. But then I don't know how that would go with the light. It would, because we'd be blocking the lights. So, I don't know. Because it's like you can barely see the posters to begin with. But then again, there's the top shelving that I think is kind of nice. So I'm kind of torn on how to do it. I'm just running out of room at this point. So, like, I'm getting a little more picky with what I'm getting Funkos for. One Piece, I'm not, like, I like it a lot, but I don't feel like I've earned the right to Funko yet, if that makes any sense. Despite the fact that I have 3 straw hats. 21 Guns, love that song too. If you enjoy a show, take pride in it. People poke fun at anybody for anything. I remember back in the 90s, I had to hide my love for Power Rangers because I didn't want to be ridiculed, to be open with it for what I love. So that's the one thing, though, too. Like, it just depends. Like, in my school, like, we were geeks. We were nerds. Like, it depended on who you were. Like, Power Rangers was the thing when I was a kid. It wasn't really weird to like Power Rangers unless you were just a fucking nerd, which we were. It was fine. But that was just everything. If you liked anything outside of sports growing up, you were just kind of shunned away regardless. But like, yeah, Power Rangers, like me and my buds, like we openly were like Power Rangers, Dragon Ball, Mortal Kombat, Godzilla, like all that shit, pretty open about it. But yeah, we weren't the popular kids by any stretch. Have you seen Aubrey Plaza? What have I seen Aubrey Plaza in so far? Scott Pilgrim, the movie and the animated series. I've seen her in the Child's Play remake, which she was really good in that. She played a different kind of character than she's played in pretty much anything. I know there's more, but like that's the main ones that come to mind. But I can't think of anything else right now. My favorite Green Day song is Boulevard of Broken Dreams. That's a good one too. Like it's a really, really good one. Wake Me Up When September Ends, also a really good one. You Broken. Green Day. When I Come Around is so good too. Basket Case is another really good one. There's so many great Green Day songs. And the fact that they're still going, man. And they've been around for a long time. Have you heard about the Apple TV show For All Mankind? I have heard about it. I've had a couple people recommend it. If you don't react to it, at least for the channel, at least check it out. We'll see one of these days. Right now, I just really don't have time to watch anything if it's not for the channel. I just watch YouTube because that's all I have time for is a YouTube video most of the time. I don't really get to watch anything for me anymore. I laughed when I saw the Teen Titans world get destroyed, and when Crisis came in and sucked in the Super Friends world, it died. See, like, is this going to be like with like everything else? Like, is it just going to be rebirthed at the end, or are they saying they killed it? Even so, this isn't the first time these very same worlds have been referenced in a Crisis-like event, and they're just back again. I hate it at this point because DC doesn't. They keep trying to do this thing where they're like acknowledging the multiverse and then they neglect the every other time the multiverse has been utilized and acknowledged. This already happened in the Arrowverse. And they're doing it again. The same properties, the same things, the same tweaks. And then Young Justice addressing other things. Like the way they do this is fucking horseshit, and I hate it. Like, it pisses me off the way they've been managing their multiverse. Anyway, sorry. I'm still gonna rep Warning by Green Day as an underrated banger. I don't know if I've heard that. Or maybe I have, and it's just one of those ones where I don't know the name of it. What's up, Tim? Hawk's Mohawk, blue or teal? Let me look. What do I think? Before it became the red, white, and blue flag, right? So let's go to episode 2. That's the best time we get to see Hawk with his hawk. Let's get one where they're not in neon lighting, because that's going to obviously color it differently. Yeah, that's oh yeah, that's blue. That's not teal. I'm gonna go blue, not teal. I argue with people over colors all the time, and I think a lot of people don't realize they're colorblind. That's what I'll say. It's not even an opinion. It's just, you're colorblind. And you just don't realize it. Maybe just a tad, a bit. But like, yeah, I've gotten into like some heated like color debates before. Anyway, how do you feel about the enemies and its current nominations, if you care? I know I'm only in the first season, but I do not understand how the bear is not a drama. How is it not a drama? It makes absolutely no fucking sense. It's not a comedy. Why is it a comedy? Why is it listed as a comedy? Anyway, I don't know. The animation choices are batshit insane. Like, I do not know how Has-Been didn't make it in. Like, I don't even care if you don't like it. I don't know how it didn't make it in. And The Simpsons is still there. How? Bob's Burgers kind of get. All the other nominees I get. But like, The Simpsons, it's just the same shit. Like, it's not done anything different. I don't know why that's there. Why is it there? Man, I used to love The Simpsons too, man. But anyway, that's the only thing I have like a heated opinion on. I think it's like complete bullshit, to be honest. The All American Idiot album is amazing. It's got me into their music, and also they're awesome live. I'd love to see them live. I'll probably be hitting up a concert in October. There's one coming around here I want to go to. It's Skillet and Seether. I want to see. And tickets are pretty cheap, so why not? Said that Mark Hamill does not want to return as Joker ever since Connery sadly passed. Yeah, I mean, I get it though. I get it. How do you feel about Lucasfilm supposedly not actually wanting a Sith-based protagonist? Well, no. If they get a season 2, they will. Right? The whole thing was about building them up to joining the Sith, right? So, I mean, they kind of did. This info I got from Emergency Awesome about what Lucasfilm was thinking, so don't quote me yet. Yeah, I don't know. I don't know about that. I don't trust that. I just got started on Attack on Titan, and I know I'm just going to have to binge it because it's a lot of episodes. I mean, compared to some anime, it's not, but it is a binge-worthy show. That you will learn to hate that to be continued sign, man. Fuck it. Good God. I love it. I think it's a really good binge show. It really is. But it is maddening on the week to week. But that's the part of the fun. Was like, yeah, I need the next episode. But when you wait 3 years for the next half of a season, oh my God. Dude, surviving the release schedule of season 4 was insane to me. Also saw a new anime. It's called Kaiju Number 8. I've been hearing a lot of good stuff about that. I've been hearing that one come up a lot. I don't really know what it's about, other than the fact that it says Kaiju, so I assume Kaiju. Anyway, Horse Lovers, peacing out. Have a great rest of your weekend. See you in a couple weeks. You as well. Bye-bye. Would you freak out if Inuyasha became girly pop if he stayed in the future? What do you mean? I don't know what you mean. Like if Inuyasha just stayed in the future timeline with Kagome, right? But I don't understand the girly pop thing. I don't know what you mean there. Trent's power. Well, hopefully you can overcome the evil sentience of the white Dino Gem. I forgot about that, but fine. But his power set was my favorite from that storyline. It's one of my favorite power sets in general. I'm a sucker for super speed, and I liked his spiel. Like Days of Future Past 2. It's like soft porn watching Michael Fassbender chase McAvoy, like no sound, candles, and a recliner. It's all you need. And the plot is turned off. Hell yeah. I get it. I wanted to watch Gladiator 2 too, for no particular reason. Yeah, it's definitely not Pedro or anything like that. I know you. I know what you're doing. King. What's up, Vixen? How are you? Riku Pop said, I'll not stand for this. Kingdom Hearts is my favorite game. It is also my favorite game and my favorite video game franchise. I love it more than Final Fantasy, man. I love it. I've got 3 Keyblades. I've got most of the figures. I just ordered a bunch of other stuff too, as well. I got the fucking replica chess set that was
irresponsible as hell of me to buy, because you can't actually play chess because it's not designed like a real chessboard or with any rules. But I got the chess set from Kingdom Hearts 3. That thing was... I mean, if you just go to Square Enix's site, you can see how much that was, and it was... I won't call it a mistake, but I will say it was irresponsible. And I've got almost all of the Funko Pops. I would probably not be alive if I didn't have this franchise, man. Yeah, we'll say that. I have the Lego Overwatch and Horizon Forbidden West sets. Let's go. Toys when you were a child you play with. When you're an adult, they're collectibles. But we secretly play with them. Or we fantasize about playing with them. The Deva Mecha doesn't have a stand either. Damn, that shit sucks, man. Like, I feel like they should default, at this point, like, the more overly designed some of these do, and most of the new Star Wars ones all have bases. But, like, it's like hit or miss. I feel like by default, these fuckers need to have a base, or at least be designed with pegs in the feet, so that they can, if they don't come with a base, you can get a default base for them. Sorry, passionately justifying my reasoning for keeping them in the boxes, because some of them I would like to have out, but like, fuck. I can't guarantee they're going to stand up. And I don't like the look of the ones with like the little stand that comes up and like holds them on the back. Clear or not, I don't like it. I've seen your recent Season 6 reactions, but haven't watched your others. But I will get to it. My sandbags can't take this moisture. I seriously hate it here. Winter is my bitch. I think like a good... Like, for us, it takes a little while for the heat to really kind of gear up. Like, right now, we're kind of in the thick of it. Like, June, I think, was a nice little sweet spot. Like, our spring is kind of very extended. Our weather, in general, is very chaotic because of all the mountains. It can just shift on a dime sometimes, dude. We had snow in the middle of July last year. Like, it was like, sometimes shit just happens. But, like, yeah, I don't know. But if I had my preference, I would rather be... I don't know, I just prefer the summertime in general. It's like an aesthetic. I just get really hard seasonal depression, and the cold, the look, the deadness of it all, it just doesn't. Like, if you weren't, I don't know if it would be different if you were in a city, but like, we're not rural by any stretch, but like, it's just dead trees everywhere for as far as the eye can see in some places. So like, I don't know. I don't have 2 watermelons on my chest, no, but I got a fucking like, you know, anyway, I got other things that get uncomfortable. It's not just you and your watermelons. Major upside of babysitting is getting to play Barbie and My Little Pony. Getting to dive into that a little bit. One Piece live action, Otis said he is adamant on giving it at least 6 seasons because they want to do Skypiea. Also, there's a homebrew One Piece D&D podcast you'd love. Ooh, that sounds really, really... I love, like, homebrew adaptations of stuff like that. My buddy, like, we do once a year, we rent this huge-ass, haunted-ass looking house in Kentucky just to play D&D all weekend long. And it's a homebrew Digimon campaign that my friend built. He built the rule set, adapted it from 5e, shifted a bunch of things, built out the campaign, world map, characters, all that kind of stuff. And we do that once a year because it takes pretty much that long to kind of keep us on track to manage it all. What's Kahoot? How dare you? I mean, I don't know. I do not know. I'm at the mall strictly for Wetzel Pretzel. See, even we don't have that now. We don't have any of our pretzel shops anymore. We don't have any of our cookie shops anymore. Like, there's literally half of it's gone. Town center used to be fun. It used to be fun. Yeah. The town, I mean, I don't know if you're local or not. Well, you said town center, so like the Charleston Town Center. was a go-to place, man, back in the day. Like, I would just go there to hang out sometimes. It was a very chill place. Like, it was the place to be in this general area for a long time. And it's long since dead. You know, it sucks. Sucks. Not so... Oh no, not the sloppy Japanese food. They took out the orange Julius away. I lost all track of what is one anymore. Malls feel like drug fronts. And it's just... I don't know. I get a weird... Like, there's still some life there, but, like, I get this weird liminal feeling where I'm just, like, in this place I shouldn't be at now. It's just really, really weird. Yeah, we're talking about the same one. We used to work together. Now I'm just like, which Josh are you? Because I know a bunch of Joshes, but I don't recognize the username. Oklahoma was awesome now, and it's a strip mall, and it's awful. We still have, I mean, right now, the only things we got, worked in hell together. Okay, fair enough. I assume Frontier, then, if that's what we're talking about. Still doesn't narrow it down. Not that I'm expecting you to call yourself out here. Yeah, TRG. Ugh. Dude, fuck that. That was dude, I had mental breakdowns because of that place. Good God. Anyway, people are thinking that Season 2 and One Piece will have the same episode release schedule as Cobra Kai finale, so we can cover more of the stories, but unsure. I think it's going to be exactly the same. I think it's going to be exactly the same as we got with Season 1. I don't know if they'll shake that up or not. Most people online shop now. I mean, that's true, but there's something fun about going and looking at stuff, man. Is that the boomer in me still? I don't know. Give me some Chick-fil-A in my malls, and to watch the movies too, of course. AMC Cinemark is one in my malls. The Huntington one has a theater, it has a Cinemark. The main one in the town center in Charleston, none of that. But the Chick-fil-A still is there. There is that. Teacher Media and his little implants playing Kahoot. I'm gonna name myself. Your goals are me on it. Oh my God, how dare you? Okay, I'm gonna look up Kahoot. Answers for Kahoot. Kahoot? Is it like a trivia game? Okay, that didn't help me. Kahoot is a Norwegian online game-based learning platform. User-generated multiple choice quizzes that can... Oh, okay. Maybe I'll take a look at that. Like an online game tournament for us to win prizes or wine and talk about if you're on Twitch. Hell yeah, go Mama Omni. You should check out the School Spirits on Paramount. I haven't heard of that at all. Love School Spirits. Peyton List was in it, and she's amazing. Tall bookcases on the sides with bigger shelf space in the middle for the helmets and bigger items. I mean, I would probably go like larger the whole way around, or maybe I don't know. I don't know how it would look if it was like if I just did tall, normal, or tall, or short, tall, short. I don't know. Boys Season 5's got to be coming. Oh yeah, it's gonna be a minute though. I'm excited to build up my library. I was into Funkos for a hot second, then realized my nieces were never going to let me have nice things. F them kids. Going back to books. They're kryptonite to most kids, especially these days. Yeah, my problem right now that I've run into, and it's not too bad. Now that they're a little, well, no, it's still pretty bad, is the cats will rub up and bump in and just try to crawl into the open gaps in some of these. But yeah, I don't know. I think Agents of S.H.I.E.L.D. used to drop episodes on Wednesdays, so that works out. Oh, I didn't know that. Actually, I didn't know that. That's kind of cool that kind of worked out that way. So excited for School Spirit Season 2. You know, from the UK, can you rank the season of The Boys in order of preference? I actually did that in the at the end of the last finale. So go check it out. Actually, it's just release order. With if we include Gen V, it's probably either 2 or 3 for me. Aubrey Plaza is going to be in the new Agatha show. That she is. Remember back in the 90s, people would play Power Rangers, say Power Rangers is satanic or promotes violence, especially Christians. Oh yeah, dude, you heard that with fucking everything. Dude, I went to church. Thankfully, our church never really got into that, or at least if they did, my mom didn't get into shit, and it never made it to me. I don't know if my mom just shielded me from a bunch of stuff, or she just didn't care enough, or was just too stressed over other stuff, but like none of that ever bled down to me. So while I heard all of these things and even went to church for a long time, like I was never like, I never ran into any issues about it. Like, we played Power Rangers. Hell, I even brought my Power Ranger figures to church sometimes. Like, so, like, thankfully I didn't really bump into a lot of issues. Oh, we got a super chat. Thank you, Out of Context. Your content is clutch. As excited for your House of the Dragon reacts as much as the show itself. Can't wait for your Agent of S.H.I.E.L.D. content. You've rekindled my love for it. Oh, that's awesome, man. I really, really appreciate that. I like that, like, sometimes, like, these videos can reignite passions for old things. Like, if somebody's diving into something you haven't watched in a long time or something you used to love or whatever, it can kind of bring a lot of that back or just add a whole other perspective to something you got going on. I love that, man. I love it. It's what I look for out of them, too. When I was in grade 4 in 96, on the news, my parents told me that a kid was kicked in the head and he died, and the guy who did it watched Power Rangers. That's just, yeah, dude. They find an excuse for anything just to get out of them being the problem themselves. YouTube has me by the knees. Too many rabbit holes, too many true crimes and cults. All macaques. Macaques? Macaws? What? I don't know what that is. Gotta love monkey drama. Then, you know, life is simple too much. Then you know life is simply too much when monkeys. Is there more to that sentence? I think there was more to that sentence. Maybe it cut off. I don't know. Not wrong. I'm not wrong. You're colorblind. I am steadfast in my perception of color, man, and I take it very seriously. For some reason, don't know, but I remember when the news, because people said they can. You're just restating the same thing. That's why shows these days don't have to. That's why shows these days have don't imitate content warnings. Very true. Dude, when we were watching Power Rangers, man, we would play, and we played hard, man. So we took some kicks on the playground, man. It's not totally wrong. Thought the Simpers were canceled ages ago. It's still being made. Nope, it is still going. Heard a couple of days ago, I was talking to a friend about The Simpsons. We'll reach season 30, and they said it's just not going to happen. And now here we are. And it's still going. The Bear don't really get the comedy nod either. Love my reactions to Agents of S.H.I.E.L.D. Is there any other Marvel series you want to check out that I haven't before? Legion is one I want to watch one of these days. You're so true about The Bear. Like the first season, I could see some comedy, or at least I laughed a lot. But you haven't even gotten to season 2 when the show went full drama. I'm still searching for laughs. Yeah, I don't get it. Like even like I said, I'm only on episode 6. I'm like, dude, there's funny moments, but this show is like not built around its comedy at all. Not sure if you've heard of it, but I can't think of anyone better to tackle the characters and themes reacting to Paranoia Agent, an old Neil Gaiman influenced anime. I think I watched that. Is this the one I'm thinking of? Is that the one with the kid on the roller skates and the bat? It is. I never finished it. I never finished it. I remember being weirded out by this growing up, like especially because it would always be on super late. So like it would unnerve me sometimes back then. I need to give it another go. We need more updates for KH4. Yes. Whole yes, we do. Absolutely love your man. My Adventures with Superman reactions and reviews. By the way, have you checked out Suicide Squad Isekai? Also on Max. It's Japanese anime and with Japanese subtitles. No, I haven't watched anything for it yet. I haven't really been too excited for it. Personally, I'm kind of over the Suicide Squad right now. With everything going on, I think like they've been leaning into it a little too much, so the appeal wasn't there for me. And honestly, I haven't been hearing anybody talking about it, so I don't know. Again, it just comes down to time and all this kind of stuff, so maybe we'll see. Nah, Pedro looked ever more late night booty call in that movie. He keeps slipping further into I only call when it's 9:30. He's still fine, but he gets the what's up number. Now Michael Fassbender. God, you killed me, man. I love it. Me personally, I'd rather pick SPD Green's civilian powers to be able to channel RJ's wolf spirit. Fuck, what was Bridges' civilian power? I don't remember. And RJ's wolf spirit. I don't remember what that does. That was from Jungle Fury, right? I have only seen like 1 or 2 episodes of that, so I don't know what that does. But wolf spirit, you got me at that. Seriously, just suggested I just watch Gladiator 2 for Pedro. Yes, hell yes, I do. He looks so hot, smoking in that trailer. Sorry, I'll stop now. No, you're completely fine. I thought the trailer looked sick, and I wasn't excited for that movie at all. Don't kill me. I still haven't started KH. It's in my game library. I was wanting to graduate first, so I need to start. I'm all for anybody getting into it. Much like with X-Files, like if you, dude, I will happily talk to anybody about it. So like, if you need help, if you're confused, I got you. I love it to death. But honestly, people over-exaggerate how complicated or it's convoluted. Don't get me wrong, but in its own world, everything makes sense. If you read the notes, if you play the games in order, everything makes sense. People over-exaggerate the complications of the Kingdom Hearts lore, and it's not. You just have to play them all. A lot of people that talk all that stuff only plays them like 1, 2, 3. Like they didn't play anything in between. Like Kingdom Hearts is one of those series where literally every piece of media in the franchise matters. So like, yeah, I was about to read this again. Corporate, I see your insights, but I forget the part where that's my problem. I never played KH at all in my life. Highly recommend it. People talk about Dark Souls being a pain in the ass. If you play that on the hardest difficulty and do any of the optional bosses, they are 1,000 times harder than any boss in any Dark Souls game. I beat all the Dark Souls games that I've played so far. I cannot beat some of these bosses. Like, not even close to some of them. Like, it's people fucking look down on this shit, man. They coming in swinging. Let's see. Seasonal depression is so real. Currenting winter here, and in cold dark one, looking for longer days and summer heat. Yeah, I would love to live somewhere that has like one season and either spring, summer, or fall. As long as it never touches winter, I might be okay. Christina, the terminology you're using is hilarious. Christina is always hilarious. Same. Summer versus winter. I also prefer summer clothes. Likewise. Then again, I wear pants 24/7, so it doesn't really affect me all that much. The only thing that changes is I don't wear my pullover hoodie. It's the only difference. In the summer, I'm not really wearing my pullover all that much. I'm going to say Green Day concert ended July in Washington, D.C. Nice. A wall is about to be non-existent because I'm hunting for One Piece TCGs. Dude, my hunt for the Has-Been Hotel TCGs I've spent so much money. I don't even want to talk about it. Dude, whatever I made in YouTube ad revenue from Has-Been Hotel videos and Helluva Boss videos has either gone back to Vivzy herself, like her own company, or people peddling her stuff online. I haven't kept half of that shit. Yeah, we're talking about the same one. Okay, I covered all that. Because we're not buying drugs. I took Maya once to Hot Topic, and she said, "What's up with these weird people?" And I said, "Meth." That's just rude. Unless they were actually using the Hot Topic to peddle some stuff. If you're actually just talking about regular Hot Topic goers, relax. Relax, Christina. Rude. Oh yeah, I haven't checked my messages. Oh, yo, hey, okay. Yeah, dude, it has been a minute. How have you been, dude? Hope you're doing well. Let's see. I almost I almost said your last name out loud. I was like, just out of habit. Anyway, I don't know. We're staying on the DL, so I'll stay back from it. Bleak outside settings. Omni, why you living in the upside down, bruh? Hey, it's just, dude, that's what happens when you live in a place that's surrounded by foliage and endless forests at times. When you feel closed in like that. I mean, maybe. That's one of my concerns with it, is like, it's not, even though I'm wall to wall enclosed in here, it would be a little more claustrophobic, going full tower bookcases all around. So that is a valid concern, but I want more things, and I want room to display more things, and the other option is move to somewhere where I can have a bigger space, and that's more expensive in a whole other way. So like, yeah, it's rough. Do a upgrade room and make more views than 3C Films. I'm not gonna lie, I like his old setup more. He's got way more space though, but I like his old setup more. No, I watched his whole like redesigning the room video and his tour of it, and I've seen his videos since, and I don't know, I like the vibe of his old studio. But as long as it makes him feel good, it doesn't matter. Like, all this is for me, personally. But yeah, I don't know. But I rent this house. I don't own this house, so I can't really make any additions or add-ons. So I either gotta find another place to rent that has more room, or buy, which I don't want to do in this market at all. But yeah, I don't know. I'm looking forward to the Agatha show. I like witchy things. Likewise. The way Kumiko screamed no for Frenchie is almost as heart-shattering as Rocket's scream, not gonna lie. Agreed. Agreed. Bye, my friends. I'll continue to listen, but time to party in my tummy and get yummy, yummy, get yummy, get yummy, yummy. Well, have fun doing all of that, Christina. Team Flash, why are you a 3C hater? I like 3C. As a kid in preschool, kindergarten, first, second grade kid, everybody loved Power Rangers. We'd run around like idiots on the playground shouting out Mastodon and Pterodactyl. Dude, yeah, we did. I did that shit all the time, man. And when I could get away with it, I would bring some of my stuff to school, which was a mistake. But, yeah, that was the shit, man, at the time. Someone would imitate putty noises, and we'd fake beat them up. Yep. People would just be like, all the time, man, all the time. I hated Star Trek. Hated new Star Trek because they were saying that when Paramount gets merged with Skydance, they will fire Alex Sherman, and if he goes to Bad Robot, goes as well. I'm not concerned about any of that. What's up, Akira? Thanks for releasing all Cobra Kai. I just been in the new season and immediately wanted to see reactions of episode 5. Yeah, I thought it'd be more beneficial, considering one, I wanted to do some things for myself this weekend, and I need to start getting ready to go away next weekend. So I was like, I just want to get this shit out and have my videos out ready to go as fast as I can, especially from some of the other channels that are doing one a day. Might help a little bit, but we'll see. Yeah, I don't know. I just kind of wanted to get it done. And the episodes weren't very long, so it wasn't that difficult. Yeah, all the Star Trek stuff, I don't consume Star Trek, so this means absolutely fuck all to me, unfortunately. When you're When you get your art degree, you get FBI-style badge that allows you to identify color better than other humans. I mean, maybe, sure. No. No, but that is what I have a degree in. I mean, I'm convinced that I know the colors. I mean, I've never had any evidence that I've ever been colorblind, so it's just gotta be, I'm right, you're wrong. It's just how it is. Like, what color a thing isn't an opinion. Anyway, I'm kidding. Oh, well, it depends. Because colors, when you get into like shades, tints, and like different combinations, it can be a little bit more of one or the other. So like you can argue it when you're playing around with these things, but that mohawk is definitely blue. Now, what kind of specific blue, if you want to go down that road, you can probably dive into it. Is a little more cerulean? Is it a little more baby? It's definitely not baby blue, but maybe a little more cerulean. I don't know. Anyway, whatever. You could talk about stuff, but we're talking blue and teal as not teal. Yeah, that's it. Omni, I love you. I love all you guys. Love both these channels. Hell yeah. We used to play with Barbie. It used to be get real. I'm talking pregnancies and kin cheating. I was a kid. Dude, when I was playing with Barbies as a kid, I was just undressing them. That's what I did. Less than when I was forced to play dolls at my cousin's. Like, she would get me to play with her shit all the time. Let's see. After every single Helluva Boss episode, I'll watch a reaction to it. I love them so much. Oh, thank you so much. Hopefully, I'm not too late to the new short when that comes out I assume next weekend. Am I going to react to the Adventures of Superman? I'm not sure what you're talking about. Unless you mean My Adventures with Superman, and I've reacted to every episode of that show already. Season 3. Oh, yeah, duh. For sure. I don't have my own TV, so I used to watch it whatever my mom watched when I was, there was a lot of dramas. And that's the same reason for a long time until I had a TV in my own room. And having a TV in my own room didn't mean I had cable in my own room too, though. That was the thing. I might have had TV, but I had to put up like a VCR or something until eventually my parents cared enough to run cable into my bedroom once we were able to afford something like that. For the most part, like, I Love Lucy, loved that show. Watched so much I Love Lucy. The Addams Family, like the original Addams Family. I Dream of Jeannie. The OG Zorro show, loved it. I even for a time almost got a little too invested of Days of Our Lives. Not even going to lie. I'm such a weenie. I'm not going on the hardest difficulty. Dude, like, I don't blame you, man. I never start any game on the hardest difficulty. Never, ever, ever. Just play it on whatever you're comfortable on. Hell, I'm not even going to judge you. If anybody wants to play the game, play it on easy. Just breeze on through it. Hell, I don't give a shit. The story, like Kingdom Hearts and the story is what I'm there for the most part. As convoluted, not convoluted, as simplistic as it can be sometimes, or Disney-esque as it can be, obviously, because, you know, it's very Disney-like. I love it, man. You will cry. I promise you. You will cry. If you have a heart and soul, like, you will cry somewhere throughout this franchise. And you're gonna be like, fuck, this Donald Goofy and anime boy game made me cry. Dude, I will hear the music, and sometimes simply that is enough to get me misty, man. Oh. Yoko Shimomura, man. Score, fantastic. Anyway. Thanks for letting me get thirsty. Yeah, you and Dion are the two thirsty peeps in here, but Dion goes a little too far sometimes. DC's Price event again. Oh brother, once another Suicide Squad movie. Oh brother, Reverse Flash dipping out of his costume, and then the whole time, oh brother. Let's see. It took like 90 minutes to beat Sephiroth in KH1. Yeah, dude. And I think that's the easier fight. That's one of the easiest fights. The two Sephiroth fights, like in KH1 and KH2, are like a cakewalk compared to Lingering Will or the Unknown Figure or dude, Yuzora is a whole other level. Dude, I haven't even beat the gauntlet to get to Yuzora. Like, it's impossible for me. Good evening from the UK. Love watching your reactions. Really enjoy the Chucky Series 3 and Wednesday. I can't wait for both series to continue. I think Chucky might be done. People might be overthinking it, even though there's no official announcement. The sci-fi social media accounts have removed Chucky from its bio. Don't know if that's a bad thing. May mean nothing, but it's just something to keep an eye on. I had Elden Ring defecting start too. Elden Ring's another thing. I don't understand what the fuck is going on. Everything sounds cool. I have no idea how any of it connects, but I love the world. It's beautiful. It's a beautiful game. It's definitely maddening sometimes, but I love it to death. Just beat the DLC like 2 weeks ago. It was a lot of fun. Winter, autumn, respect. I respect it either way, but like for me, I'm a spring summer kind of guy. If I had to pick one season to live in permanently, it would be summer though, I think. Would love to be a patron or YouTube member, or is it hard? But it is hard to enjoy reactions, being unable to see what you were reacting to in the same video. And I get that. It can definitely be hard to do. And I know these people are out there, and I'm sure their Patreons thrive way more than mine that include the footage in there, but like the second that gets out, that is a whole legal shit show you do not want to invite. Because commentary or no commentary, showing it is there's not an argument against it. There's no fair use there. You can't do that. And I know there are channels that do that in their Patreons. And I'm not ratting any of them out, because I know some of them that do. But let's just say, if there's no defense against that if somebody catches wind of that, and they would wholly get fucked over that. And I'm not inviting any of that bad juju my way. By the way, I never said this before, but good job for having a sponsor for Tokyo Treats and whatever that sponsor is. Sucker Co. Yeah, thank you so much. And it's the only sponsorship I've accepted outside of when I briefly was sponsored by DC to peddle their merch for a while. But yeah, I enjoy it. Like, it's free, like snacks I get, and like it's just really good. Like they're tasty. They're really good. Like genuinely good. Like I don't want, like, I've gotten some stuff from some other things, and if I wouldn't personally use it or wouldn't even entertain the idea of it, because like get random people trying to get me to peddle their games or, you know, like mobile games and all this kind of stuff. And there's been some other things that have come my way that I've seen other YouTubers put out, like some other products and stuff, and I'm just like, well, I don't know that makes sense for me, so I haven't really accepted it. You know, we watch anime, we watch stuff like that, so like something like this makes sense. Funny enough, I don't know if, I mean, I could talk about this. Like, I got reached out to by Baksu, like the other, like a competitor of these two at this point, long time ago. And they reached out to me, but then I was like, okay, well, let's see, they asked about my analytics and my audience reach and stuff like that, and my audience in general. And they ended up turning me down because I didn't have enough of a female audience. So I didn't have enough female viewers for them to actually go through with it, even though they reached out to me. Like, so I was like, okay. Dude, I'll tell you though, like, since reacting to some of these other shows and stuff, and especially since Has Been, we've grown that side of our audience for sure. I just thought that was funny. Did you spot when Daniel opens a Miyagi box, he finds out Miyagi is they literally talked about it, and he's not convicted. He was never convicted. He is no. That rewatch it. That never happened. And again, Daniel, watch my videos. Like, you come in here and ask me questions about stuff that I've talked about on end. I'm done. What does Moz stand for? I don't want to F it up. It's My Adventures with Superman. True, but don't stand back up every time, stronger and maybe a little pissed. Exactly. I was talking about the mall where people at Hot Topic. That store is my shit. It's the only reason I go to the mall. We methods also happen to chillax. Gotcha. Okay, gotcha. I want more things. The title of my autobiography. You and C3C are my favorite channels, not gonna lie. Also, Real Rejects, of course. All you three are so funny and just fun to watch. Love it. Thank you so much, man. I really appreciate that. Me breaking Omni an hour ago and how he's going to be here for a while. People keep asking him to live in his comment. Yeah, we are definitely running very over, and I'm hungry. I haven't eaten yet today. Do you have a bigger room that you could swap? The living room, which was where I was a year and a half ago, two years ago. When my videos were just the corner, like it was just me in the middle of two shelves. That was me in the living room. However, because we have like a sliding double door to our deck, I don't have a lot of space there. At least I did, unless I want the natural lighting to fuck with my actual lights, which would be problematic. Or I could cover the sliding door. We don't really use it because the deck is basically owned by the cats in the neighborhood and the local raccoons. So going out there is not all that fun most of the time. So like if you're looking at those videos, that's when I was in the living room. And it's technically the biggest room in the house if I allotted myself all of that space. But there's a couple of ways that it is set up that is just a little difficult to work around. So like, I don't know. I thought about trying that out again, but especially with the cats and stuff, with 9 cats, I can't take up that much room because one, it's just, there's no way I'd be able to keep them out. The sound isolation out there is not that great. Yeah, so like, I was happy to move it here. And honestly, for what I was allowed to have, I technically have a lot more room here than I did in that old setup. But I don't know. So I don't know. It just sucks. It's just, I don't know. I'm fine with it. But like, I keep collecting things and I have nowhere to put some of the shit now. You can't tell because I haven't really gone through everything, but there are things that I've cycled out. Like some figures are just in the living room now because I got new figures that I feel like are more relevant. Yeah, it's whatever. And also, what's up, Red Storm? Noises just brought back so many memories. Yeah, they did. It was always a mistake to bring stuff to school. Yeah. Yes, it was. Coworker gave me COVID. Is this a fever dream? Are you really on right now? Nope. I'm still on. Was it Azure or Peacock? That's really cool stuff to play the putties when hot chicken was on a second black belt. Her husband is also so lucky he got a bodyguard. Colors with Omni. I'm excited for a Superman Lois trailer soon during Comic-Con. I'll be out of town when it drops, but yeah, I'm definitely looking forward to seeing what they got for him. Funny, that was my sister and me. She had no one to play with, so aw. So I got volunteered. Hey, it happens, man. I Love Lucy was my jam. Hell yeah. Miser Messy, what's up? How you doing? Trying to catch up so I can get some dinner. So we still got some stuff to get through. I don't want to leave anybody hanging. My first TV was an old black and white one we had with the sound was fucked up. We never had a black and white TV, but we did have that TV cabinet with the knobs on it where the TV was in there and it was just a big wooden cabinet that was in there. I remember that vividly. It had like these ornate decorations on the sides and I just remember the knobs. Hell, I think my grandmother even had a color TV, but I think that's because of my mom. Because she still had, not Up, but she still had a record player and a rotophone for a minute. So I've actually used a rotary phone before. Out of context, Omn1 media. I undress Barbies all the time. Also, thank you so much. I was worried about going back into the world of Cobra Kai because a show loses itself if it goes too long. I was immediately sucked back in. The last episode was great, and the new villain rocks. Agreed. Yeah, Kingdom Hearts is a great game, and it can make me sob a bit. Hell yeah. Oh my god, hearing Hollow Bastion for the first time and waking up as a Heartless was so amazingly heartbreaking. 100% would go again for the first time. God, anyway. I don't want to spoil anything for anybody, but there's some really, really solid moments. It was the 90s, by the way, before peeps think I'm from the 50s. I definitely don't. No, you're good, Ginger. Clock Tower Phantom? Dude, that's the most annoying boss fight I can remember. Managing your magic was so hard in that fight. On top of having to fight the targeting system. What's up, Nick? How are you doing? Welcome. I'm trying to wrap up, so the time zones are a bitch at the moment. Enjoying the all of you have all weekend. Thank you, Jen. I trouble then. I cry at everything. It's one of the most uplifting series I've ever played. At the same time, it can be some of the most heartbreaking. And sometimes it's both at the same time. Captain America Brave and Bold trailer was great. I love the Red Hulk at the end. Oh, Bucky, you're in trouble now. Should be taking care of the Super Soldier Serum. Bridges' civilian powers were essentially he could wave his hand and see auras, whether people's intentions or to sense enemies out of eyeshot. Right. I mean, that wouldn't be bad if you're trying to discern whether or not somebody's being legitimate or not. I completely forgot about that. First TV was one of those SpongeBob TVs. If you haven't lived unless you've played Nicktoons Unite on it, you know, this could be the end of Chucky. I can't change the weather around my parts of the country. It would fall on the time. Fall is the perfect weather. Not too cold. And just enough jacket. Not need it. Exactly. Understood copyright issues preventing people, including the content they react in normal full-length reactions. Happy to be a normal subscriber. Looking forward to future content. Hell yeah. I know. I'm just saying. Like, I know for the viewer, it's a more convenient have to be in there, and I definitely understand, like, watch-alongs are not for everybody, and I appreciate all the support that everybody does give regardless, but I totally get it. Not holding it against anybody else. RG's Wolf Spirit, Utterclaw is general channel animal spirits, and the spirits they channel are now summoned their Megazords. Okay. I remember that much, at least. I'm very curious which Elden Ring and Cage characters I will fall in love with, given my tendencies to make characters I love in The Sims. Several's Bakery is still going well, by the way. He has kitties now. Yeah, KH has a massive cast. So I would love to dive into that. Elden Ring, I don't really, outside of what they do and what they do in the fights and a little bit of the lore, I can't tell you a lot about them, but I love Ronnie. Love her design. Our little doll puppet queen. Like, we had an Order of the Clawmaster named Swoop, and he was a blind fighter who channeled the spirit of the bat. Used echolocation from that. Oh, okay. That's pretty neat, actually. No maidens. There's definitely some females in the chat, me included. Hell yeah. I think it was like 11% or lower. It may have been like 7% of the audience when they had reached out was lower. Whenever that came about. But what is it now? 31. So it was definitely a single digit number when they reached out, but it is 31% now. 1% unspecified. And then 67% male. Do I watch South Park specials, brother? I don't know if you vibe with it. I love South Park, but I haven't kept up in a while. I haven't seen any of the new seasons, and the last special I saw was the first pandemic special. I haven't seen the one that followed it up. How do you watch so many different shows? When I was young, I'd always stay up late, but now that I'm older, I'm always tired. Red Bull, coffee, and a sporadic sleep schedule. Most of the time, I don't consistently sleep more than 4 hours, and then it's just staggered naps throughout the day. And also, if it's not on the channel, I'm not watching it. Like, I haven't watched it. Like, that's usually a fair assumption to make. If I haven't made a video about it, a reel, a TikTok, or anything, I haven't watched it. It's just because I don't have time. I don't have time to watch stuff for me and for the channel. So that's why what I cover on the channel, I hope to be something I'm watching for me. You know, I at least need it to be something I want to watch or I'm curious about, even if I don't end up liking it. But yeah, can't wait for you to get really attached to the characters. Halo Joel Osment said he'd voice Sora till he dies. That makes me so happy because I'm still a little sad that Hayden Panettiere stopped voicing Kyrie. But everybody else is still toughing it out, man. Like, the cast is kind of crazy. Like, they got, like, Mark Hamill is in there as a prominent character in a couple of the games. Leonard Nimoy was one of the main villains until he passed away, and then he got taken over by Christopher Lloyd. You know, and Christopher Lee, before he passed away, was a prominent character in the series. Like, there's a lot of really crazy voices all throughout the series. And if they couldn't get the original people from the Disney movies that are represented in it, they would get some really damn close sound-alikes. I'm a girl, and I got your channel because of my adventures with Superman. Well, hell yeah! You could have a live raccoon cam. I'm not gonna lie, I would love to watch that. Good God. Other has cat cams. Omni has raccoon cam and 9 cat cams. Dude, with the cats, it's hard to keep so much of this place clean at times, like consistently. I don't know if I just want to display that. But the raccoons are little bastards. Like, I feed the neighborhood cats and they'll come out and try to steal it, even while they're trying to eat it. Like, they'll come in and, like, knock them away. Not knock them away, but, like, force their way into the food while the cats are actively eating it. And then they just shit on the back corner, right in front of the window. Like, they just make that place their little dumping ground. It's so frustrating. Anyway. Are you looking forward to Creature Commandos? I can't say I'm looking forward to it, because I don't know enough about it, and I haven't seen enough about it. But I'm curious, and I'm definitely going to watch it. We had a pink on pink TV. The color tubes were screwed up, so the only color was pink. That's interesting. I own a rotary phone. It's blue and red, and I love it. I used to record Pokemon episodes and pause at the ads and then continue to record the VHS, baby. Dude, I would rent stuff from Hollywood Video and double VHS it up and bootleg the shit out of it. If I loved it enough, man, I was making my own copy of it. Yeah, fuck you and your FBI warnings. I just got in and finished Delicious and Dungeon. It was great. I've seen a couple of episodes of that because my girlfriend's watching it, and I liked it. I just don't know if it's one I can sit down and watch end to end. But I liked what I saw, but I don't know if I could, like, make it my show. Getting tired, lying in bed, waiting for you to finish. Sorry, I'm trying. I could make a joke about that. God, my head went immediately to the gutter. I'm getting tired. I'm lying in bed waiting for you to finish. Dude, if anybody was waiting. Anyway. If you decide to pursue JJK Omni, I suggest watching JJK 0 before you start the series for continuity. Isn't that the movie? That's the movie, right? JJK is interesting, especially if you are a fan of Dr. Jekyll and Mr. Hyde motif. Okay, interesting. I don't know much about it. Really fun hanging out for a bit with you wonderful people. Hope you all have a great rest of your day and a wonderful week. Thank you for your reactions, Omni, and you bring a bright spot each week. Thank you so much, Daywalker. I really appreciate that. Enjoy the rest of your weekend, and I'll see you next time, hopefully. There's definitely more female nerds now. Love it. I'm already in love with Ronnie, determined to get her quest. Suspect I'll end up attempting to draw them all, too. They're all derpy like all my drawings, but still. Yeah. Even though Ronnie, I mean, logistically, it's not an ideal ending for most people, but I just love the vibe. Love it. Arrow spoiler. Slay says you have option between Millie and Android 18. What will happen? 18. Android 18. Android 18. Android 18. Android 18. Ushio and Tara is a great series. 2, only if you want to. Not sure if it's still on YouTube. And stay healthy and safe. Sorry. Shut up. Go eat. Lance Bass was in the first game. Lance Bass was Sephiroth in the first game. Tyler Hoechlin is Sephiroth now, the current Sephiroth. He wasn't in the Kingdom Hearts games. He wasn't him in the Kingdom Hearts games, but he is him in the remakes. Actually quite convinced on what the Cage TV series or movie plot will be, because leaks said there's in development for it. I'm also a little curious about that, if that's true at all. If Omni had animal cam surrounding him, it would be like a Brady Bunch intro. That would be hilarious. Raccoons are super cute. I wouldn't be so upset about it if they weren't taking the food from the cats I'm trying to feed. And making my deck a latrine. The joke was definitely there. Thanks for bringing that. I'll be there every stream. Be sure to tip your Omni. Thank you so much. Oh my God, Omni, your mind had to go there. Hey, you said what you said. Anyway, fair enough. Glad it wasn't just me, but thank you guys for the great stream as always. Gonna get some food, get in my gut, get prepped for House of the Dragon tonight. I probably won't have it turned around same night. I'm probably gonna have it out by noon tomorrow. I think I'm just gonna relax and not try to rush this thing out as like I have been some nights, just to end on end. It's just there's too much going on. And honestly, surprisingly enough, there hasn't been a lot of viewership on House of the Dragon this season compared to last, so kind of weird. But we'll get to it, and we'll talk about it in my video tomorrow, and I will see you guys in 2 weeks. In 2 weeks we'll be back, but, well, videos will still be out, but anyway, guys, have a great rest of your weekend, and I'll see you all in the next one. Take care, everybody.